All right, welcome to the Sae Bae cast number 185 with Scotty. Scotty, how we
Yeah,
doing today?
yeah, what I'm saying.
Not much. Just finished my morning stream. You had a morning stream as well. I took a little nap because I was tired, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, you stopped by.
Yeah. So first things first, sub 40 Inferno, man.
Yeah,
How does it feel?
the big one. I mean, that was easily like my biggest goal ever, to say the least, in terms of like speed runs. So yeah, that one off the shoulders is like, oh man, it hits diffy.
Yeah. Now you had like a moment a few weeks earlier where you could have had the sub 40 and it was going to be a
Yeah.
dirty it was going to even be a
Oh, it
dirtier
would have been
sub 40.
unbeatable.
Yeah.
Yep, it would have been a 39:20, give or take 5 seconds.
And it's a what right now? What's the world record?
It's 39:46, which I'm
Okay.
plenty happy with.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted sub 40.
Yeah. Did you were you thinking somebody might get it before you? Like was there any
Yeah.
people that were really itching close?
Well, the thing is people don't run like they used to. Whether or not that's because I'm as competitive with it as I am, and they don't want to compete with me, is I guess a different story. But I've heard that is apparently why a lot of people have quit, but or some people quit. But like, yeah, I mean, there's a couple people like Neen and Adam. There's a few other new people as well, and even some people that I probably mentioned the first time that were like competitive with it. But I have been able to kind of set myself apart from the pack, and like it's been that way for a couple of years.
So are people upset by it? Because I imagine what that really means is the meta is no longer finish the run. It's kind of like you have to take a shit ton of risks. Like you cannot be like you kind of have to
Yeah,
chance yourself repeatedly
you do. Yeah,
if necessary. So
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
what? Sorry, what were you asking?
Well, I
What was
was
the
just
first?
well the
Oh yeah,
main
the sub 40.
the
Yeah, I
main
was
thing
getting a
is like
little.
sub 40. Who was the closest? Do you think? Who are you scared
Oh
of the
yeah,
most?
that's what you're asking. So these days it's like there's a couple people low key running. Like there's one guy, my friend Cody. He's modded in my stream. His name's Codissy, but like he hardly talks. Just he doesn't even post in the Inferno Discord. It's just like he's crazy good though. He's sent me a couple of runs that are like easily sub 40 splits up until like 60, 57, 60, which is basically half the run, more than half the run. It feels like it's half the run, even though it's 60, because like there's still so many RNG checks and just surviving healer skip in itself is a huge task. So, but yeah, other than Cody, it's pretty much. I mean, Stooge he's gotten way better than he used to be. So, yeah, he has a small chance too. It's just that neither of them have like nearly as high of a chance as me from how much runs I've done and my consistency and all that. It's just so that was kind of why it's like the same with like Behiz and Fight Caves. Like even though he knows I can sub 19, I like he really wanted to get it before me, and it
Yeah.
was the same with me and Inferno, because I know someone else is eventually going to sub 40. I mean, it's not a given, but it's really likely given all the power creep we'll eventually get.
Yeah, that's for sure. I feel like I'm just wondering if people will start getting sub 40s before that next level of power creep. And what is the next level of power creep? Do we already know? Like that I don't think anybody's going to be
Um,
using the new torture, right?
as much as I want to, it just comes down to the fact that Inferno NPCs aren't 300 HP. They're not Coliseum NPCs. They're more like, the Ranger's probably what the healthiest in the major, and you don't even melee the major up until it's low, or unless you're clawing it. But it's like, yeah, the Ranger is so low. It's like all you need to do is usually fucking one claw on the scythe and it's dead. Hopefully, right? Or two scythes,
Yeah.
and then if it's you're not clawing, it's between two and four scythes usually. So it's not like you really need an amulet to accomplish a two scythe to three scythe ranger at the end of the day, right? That's only 120 HP.
How much do you think the Blood Fury has like changed the Inferno meta? Because nowadays, like, well, nobody's bringing brews in for the first. Nobody's bringing in brews. I think you could arguably bring in one brew just in case. I think I've seen you do that occasionally, but I feel like Blood Fury really is. I don't know.
Well,
How do you feel about like the Blood Fury just dominating the meta? Like you absolutely like need it. It feels like. Do you
yeah,
like
that's my
it?
point. Like as much as you melee nowadays, as much as like we figured it out. I mean, yeah, it's you need it, and especially now that I'm like really good like with solves, like I'm pretty much as good as I've ever been with solves, so I know how to utilize like Scythe and Blood Fury and maximum DPS every wave. And doing that is how you heal the most as well,
Yeah.
because you're
So
just scything everything from full, making
I
sure you don't do anything other than that, really.
there's like a lot of people, myself included. I was talking to a cold one just the other week, and we were just talking about the Blood Fury, how it was kind of a mistake to even release into the game.
What,
And
on the cast or when?
yeah, and on the cast, I had him on again, and
Oh, did you? Nice.
we were just mentioning the Blood Fury, and he's against it, I'm against it, but we have it in the game, so it's like whatever. They're not going
Really?
to revert
You're
it.
both against it?
Well, I am.
Fuck, I
I
couldn't
was
even do speedies.
I was against the initial release of it, so I'm not saying take it away.
I
That-
feel you though. I was also like, holy shit, what is this Soul Split? Because
yeah, yeah.
I've been active in the scene since 2000, basically 08. That's when I like 08, 09. Probably 09 is when I got good at the game.
Yeah, no,
When I was
it's
using
not, and
Turmoil back then, Soul Split, I was like, oh, dude, this is like Soul Split vibes.
yeah, no, and
Not nearly as strong, but I mean, yeah.
I'm not like advocating to remove it by any means. I'm just saying the actual release of it, I believe, was a mistake.
You know,
But
scary.
yeah,
I've almost been thinking like, God, I wish they put a fucking Blood Fury effect on the Rancor ambulance coming out, and then I realized like, okay, no, 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 no. Let's not get carried away. Like that is, then anyone and their mother could sub 40 Inferno.
yeah. I mean, it's
No,
just
not
like
literally, but yeah, you get it. I mean, that would be just ridiculous heals.
the thing is like it makes the game more fun. Don't get me wrong, but at what cost? Because everyone loves using a Blood Fury. Using a Blood Fury
Dude,
anywhere is fucking fun.
you're lucky you play an Iron. They're 15 mil for a Blood Shard right now.
I'm not lucky I play an Iron, bro. I would
What?
much rather pay 15 mil than
Oh,
fucking
that's right.
pickpocket
I
those
agree.
bitches.
I agree. I
Yeah,
mean, I
but
used to kill Vires as an Iron too. It was fucking awful.
yeah,
Dude,
it's
you just
so
never
bad.
get one. You just never fucking get one.
It,
Even when you thieve, you never get one.
yeah, no, it's
Like,
actually like Christmas Day every time you get one. It's like you can't believe your eyes. Like, oh my God, it's finally over. That should not be the case. Those things should be so much more common. And the,
uh,
no,
I'd
they
say that's
listen.
fatal because it is really strong.
They
But
should be more common because
well, yeah,
15
to
mil is
receive them,
ridiculous, and
they
that's
fucking
because
nuke the
yeah,
box.
they nuke the bots. So like, if 7 mil should be what they
Yeah.
are around, as long as they just keep the bots clear. I mean, shit, man, double the rates. I want double.
Yeah. At the same time, though, I don't really like using a Blood Fury because it's just worse than a Torque at the end of the day, and it's just going to be way worse than a Rancor.
Yeah,
So I,
but you're still gonna use
uh,
it for Inferno.
no, I wish I could.
The blood.
That's what I was
No,
saying
no, no,
earlier.
no,
I'm
no, no,
like,
no. The blood
oh,
fury.
the Blood
Yeah,
Fury.
yeah.
Yeah, I will have to. There's no doubt
It's
about
not
it.
as fun
There's
using, especially in comparison, but you just have to.
there's probably at most 5-10 waves that I'm 99 HP. At most 5 waves, I'd say. Maybe like at most 10. Like and they're probably only the early waves.
Yeah.
So those it's just like no. And the NPCs are so low HP for the most part. Bats 25, Blob 40. It's like you just need to get lucky with your swings.
I saw the Reddit post that was made of you getting the sub 40, and there was some guy in it saying like,
There's always some guy in it. Oh
well,
man.
there's multiple guys, but there was one guy in particular that was like, oh, I thought he got a sub 40 combat, and then there was some
Oh, that's
argument
it. Okay.
going on in the comments saying like, oh well, this is much more impressive than a sub 40. Like this takes more skill. Like there's
I didn't see
obviously
that.
there's
I only
different.
looked at the Reddit post the first day, so I only saw
Yeah.
like 2
Oh,
comments.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
Fucking
mean,
Smork linked it to me. I That's actually interesting.
no,
I mean, I sometimes I compare that type of stuff, but I don't like to because it's such a different type of skill.
the way I see it is, and this is just my simple mind. Like I can't do a sub 40, never could, and I couldn't ever do a
Let's
sub
not say that.
40 combat.
Soul splits on the way.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe one if I dedicated like a couple years to the
Dude,
Inferno,
with
maybe.
Soul Split, I bet you like you'd be.
No.
For
I think
example, sub 45, you could probably sub 45 if Soul Split existed in like probably like 2 fucking days of like actually
no.
trying.
You are jaded, bro. I swear to
Really?
God, like you have been in the Inferno game for
I
so
guess you're
long.
right.
You
It's
don't remember
yeah.
how difficult Inferno really is to master or even get to
No,
that
you're right.
level.
Because like I watch a lot of anyone else I watch on Twitch, I'm like, dear God, like what is this, man? Like get
Yes,
me out.
dude. I say that
Even
all
Addy, bro. Even Addy, I'm like, dude, this guy's solves are ass. Like,
the thing
and they're
is,
not ass, but
the
they're
thing is,
just nothing. It doesn't even compare. No
Addy,
offense to Addy. Addy's a great runner, but it doesn't.
Addy at least has like a what does he have? 4130
He
some.
does, and he should easily be able to sub 41 if he gets good RNG in play as well. He
Yeah,
just
so
needs to get the run together and be a
at
little consistent.
Addy definitely.
He's waiting for the enhance, so you know I
Mm.
don't blame him. So are other people.
Yeah. No, I mean, but there's you guys, I would say, and I've always said this because I've had people on the cast. I had the one in particular, the cast I'm always thinking of is Secon and DJ Convoy, and we had the whole argument like Scotty
Uh,
versus Jolan.
oh no, not with Second and fucking
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
Gunboy.
No, there's
No,
even
dude.
a. Have you seen that clip by the way? There's like
I
a.
haven't, but I
Oh,
want to.
dude, there's a lot of gold that has come from that. But
Oh
I
my
was
God, dude.
defending you because I'm like,
Fuck, you gotta
dude,
show me that after.
yeah, I'll tell you. There's there's some funny stuff.
Oh, dude.
Um, but no, I had said because so many people back then because if they didn't like you, it seemed like this like if they didn't like you as a person, then they would just instantly say like you're worse at the Inferno. Like Jolene, I'm like dude, that doesn't
Well,
matter.
there was
Like
there was a little bit of drama around me in the beginning, so you know
yeah, no,
it's
it
sort of
makes sense.
expected.
It makes sense. But I was just saying like Scotty is better. He's already proven it. Like he
I
has
mean,
the world
see,
record
the
at the
thing
time.
is, even like to this day, or not to this day, but to I would say recently, like within the past few months, like I was still comparing myself to him, like questioning whether or not I'm better, but like I don't want to be the guy to say like, oh yeah, 100% I'm better, but like I think it like the signs do point to that. My consistency these days is just on another level. Like just earlier, I sub 41. That's pretty much a fucking daily occurrence at this point. If I'm running like for a while,
Yeah, and there really is only one way to prove it because I'm totally understanding their argument that like if their argument was that they're
I actually
even.
watched one of Neen's. I watched Neen's first sub 45 run 2 days ago, and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy to see, dude." Because like, it made me realize even with that crystal fucking dog shit crystal gear 3-way scythe, like, and light bearer, like, pegs. It's like I could technically I could go back in time, use the crystal, the Zerai or I was about to say B gloves because before that it was B gloves, but no, it was Zerai Vams. So, but still, it's crystal 3-way fucking scythe like pegs, light bear. It's so bad compared to what we have now, what I'm running now. That like I know for a fact that I could take that same exact setup, the crystal, and I could even with the 3-way scythe, I bet I could get like a sub 44. But I know I could easily get faster than that rec he posted. It was like a 44:33 being the first sub 45. I could easily get faster than that these days if I just potted this like as good as I am now.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of like fuck. I remember saying like I played the run perfect when you had me on the cast the first time, and at that point I still had rec, but it was my first rec. I think it was the 42:17, like first sub 43, and I actually just forgot what I was saying. I was so distracted.
Good. No, I mean that was
I was on a rant there.
it was definitely a different time period. And when people say like Jolanine and Scotty, like if they're claiming Jolanine is better than you, then I will always push back because it doesn't make any sense. But if they're saying you guys are even, that's fine,
Oh,
but
oh
you
yeah.
can
So
prove it.
I would say he used to be better than me. At that time, he was better. I think
Mm.
there's almost no doubt. Solve wise, particularly, my clicks might have been a little bit quicker, but like it's just, especially nowadays, like my clicks are, it's kind of ridiculous actually. It surprises me even like the shit I'm pulling off sometimes.
How much do you
I never
think?
thought I would get that like consistent with it. It's kind of like it is almost like even shocking to me like some of the shit I'm doing.
Is it just you doing it enough and the muscle memory is just
Yeah,
there, or do you think
exactly. That's all it is.
how much of it do you think is hardware as well? Like, do you have like a really good setup? Is your mouse good? Is your screen refresh rate like perfect? Like, what are you rocking when you're playing, or is it anything
Uh,
special at all?
yeah, that stuff matters massively, but it doesn't matter as much as it matters for something like fucking Call of Duty, which is what I'm also really competitive with
Hmm.
and like invested in. Um, but like I literally have 4090, and like a fucking well for RuneScape I still use a 1080p monitor. It's a 240 hertz 1080p IPS panel.
Yep.
And I think it honestly does go a long way, like making sure you get an IPS panel, like something that's at least 240 or like the bare minimum, like 144. But like I would just say go fucking 240 for the extra $20.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you? Extra 20, $30.
I just
Um,
upgraded to a 240, and there's actually a difference between
really?
144.
You
Yeah,
so you had a 140? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, why do you guys like? It's like, oh, everyone's like, oh, just get a 144. I'm like,
just pimp it
what?
out. Go
We're in
further.
we're in 2024. Like, there's
Yeah.
just like I literally have. So the other monitor I use is a it's a 360 hertz. And it's a super expensive monitor. It's an Alienware, one of the newer ones, like a 27-inch 1440p QD OLED 360 hertz. And it's basically
Jesus.
what all the competitive streamers use, like Metaphor for Warzone, like all those top dogs. So I was like, huh. Like I wanted to get really, really good and start streaming it. Like you've seen me stream it a little bit, maybe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, here and there.
Yeah. So I started streaming that, and I mean, just 2 days ago, I dropped a 36 like a new PR. I dropped a 36 kill solo win.
Jesus
Shout
Christ.
out the hardware. Yeah, that was kind of a nasty game. I wasn't recording. I wanted to start record. I uploaded one of my Call of Duty games, but or one of my like Warzone wins, but it wasn't a PR. It was just a 30 kill.
Yeah. Do you think you'd
But
ever
the
want to?
hardware is huge. Hardware is huge. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've known
yeah.
that for years. That's the only reason Stooge is able to compete now. Because I got him a fucking 240 hertz monitor.
He was
No
using
offense to
144.
Stooge, but like he was using a 60 hertz.
Oh my
We were like wondering, like
God.
Stooge, like why are your clicks not registering?
Oh
And
my
he's like,
God.
we finally found out. Me and Dex, yeah, we finally
Dude,
found out he's on 60 hertz, and we're like, dude, no, 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 you can't stream even a single more time until you get a 240. And then,
yeah.
oh, what do you know? He instantly becomes a new player.
It is huge. And for anybody, seriously, there is actually this weird myth that goes around in some people's heads that they think, oh, well, RuneScape only caps at 50 frames. So, as long as I have above 50, I'm good. Like, dude, no,
No,
your
it's
mouse, like,
mouse
you
movement.
can't fucking see your mouse move, like, where it is if you're using that slow of a refresh
I
rate.
even
So,
want to get a. I almost got a 500 hertz, one of the newer ones,
yeah.
just for that. But I was
Once
like,
you're
at
at
the end of the day, I did
360,
enough
it's,
research to find out that basically, I didn't want to just use it for RS though. Like I said, I play a lot of Call of Duty,
yeah.
so
Still, though,
I
the,
was
the
like, all right, what's
difference,
better? What's
though.
better, that or what's? It was basically the 1080p 500 hertz versus the 360 hertz 1440p, and it's like everyone said to get the 1440p for visual clarity. It's really
Mm,
important for like something like shooter game or at least Call of Duty.
yeah. That's,
And it is. I'm like so much better on this fucking monitor than I was on the 1080p. Like compared to Verdansk, which was Warzone One. Like having upgraded my hardware, I also was only on a 3070 back then. Now I have a 4090. It's like, oh my god, dude. And I remember when I first got this PC, first games I played, I was like, dude, I'm cheating.
that's sick.
It's
Yeah.
like you get to run around 400 frames, and everyone else is like on if they're on console or on 60 to 120, and if they're on PC, they're lucky to be on 150 to 200.
Yeah.
So yeah, hardware is actually fucking huge.
It really is. I mean, I even remember way back.
Ah,
I am certain.
dude,
I didn't know this for sure, but I'm almost certain Mutz was using like some like 60 hertz trash because I just remember looking at his mouse movement on stream and I'm like, dude, it's skipping everywhere. Like
yeah, that's
it,
what Stooge
it
was.
makes you so much worse at the game. Like you can't even do switches
Yeah,
properly in your inventory. Yeah.
yeah. No, that won't surprise me. He's definitely not on that now, though. Fucking Mutt's got way better.
Yeah. I mean,
Bro, Mutt's
I
is like he's got some Mutt's got some fucking confidence now.
Mutz is
Like
fucking
shit,
goaded.
dude.
I'm not
Jesus
gonna lie.
Christ, guy's a demon. He's a
Yeah.
low key like savage in what he does at
I
least.
know. I
Like
know,
I'm
dude.
not gonna lie, some of the shit he did, I'm like, God damn, bro, that's like insane.
Yeah, no, 5 years ago, I think most of us saw Mutz as like, okay, this guy's pretty
Oh, he used to be
average.
a fucking meme for
Yeah,
sure,
this guy's
to say the
average.
least.
He just keeps remaking hardcores. He's gonna keep dying. Like it's just
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that's what it was
Yeah,
for, the fucking hardcores.
yeah.
Like, oh dude.
But
Yeah,
no,
well,
he's
Mutz is a G.
he's an absolute monster at this point. I remember saying when combat achievements first came out, no hardcore would ever get a Zuck helmet. I literally said that.
Oh my, did you say that? You
Yeah,
did say that. I
I said that.
remember.
I said that because it seemed so
Yeah, at the
scary. I
time
mean,
it was.
even that one task of like the 10 HP Hydra. I'm like, dude,
Now we got.
nobody's gonna try to do that task on a hardcore. Like, fuck that, you
Yeah,
know.
not. Yeah.
So, but he
Now
did
we
it.
got fucking at least what, like 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Let's assume 3, right?
Well, Praise Foot, him, and
Okay,
what's his
so at
name?
least 3, because I forgot about Praise Foot, because I know of Shays as well.
Yep,
He's
Shays.
he's in my stream.
And then I think there was another guy, but maybe not. Maybe it's just 3. But Praise Foot died, so there was only 2. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's wild. The only now I did say, and I will eat it if I'm ever proven wrong, but I'm certain I won't. But nobody will ever get a Zuck helmet on a hardcore group Ironman because that means you can't ever die at Chambers or Inferno
Hmm.
as included, or
You
six
know, I
giants.
wouldn't even go that far, bro.
I'm
That
going
wouldn't
that
surprise
far.
me.
There's no way. There's no way anybody could ever do that. Like in theory, it's possible. In theory, but
Yeah, but
it's
it's like
not
it's
going to
RuneScape
happen.
2024. It's like look at all the shit we see. It's like fucking Rendy's uploading like 3 combat capes every day. It's like
Dude,
I'm uploading sub 40 Inferno. Like we got fucking a lot of crazy shit these days. We got Noob Type with 27 fucking Awakened Leviathans, one
that's
Envy. Like it just goes
crazy.
on and on. So it's
That
like
is
people call me. It's like it's funny. Like I get people calling me the goat all the time in my stream. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like yeah, sure, maybe of Inferno, but like. It's like, dude, you can't even fucking compare me to what other people are doing in their aspects of the game. Like,
it's just so much more fun watching speed running
it is.
rather
Yeah,
than
that's
a mechanical
why I like
ability.
it. Yeah, it is. There's no denying that. I mean,
What are your
that's why I wish more people streamed it, man. It's sad that I just
yeah.
like I feel like I've just played too much, bro. Like like I already exactly why. I'm sure you remember why I told you why I fucking quit Iron. I was too addicted.
Yeah.
Like I played the game too much, man. Like I've experienced. I'm like you. I've probably played more than you.
I
It's close, probably.
yeah,
It's probably close,
I don't know if
bro.
you want to
Probably.
share, but on this account alone I have 858 days.
Oh, I've way more than that.
Okay.
Way more than that. I've got 600 on one account alone, dude.
Okay. But do you multi-log? Because I'm just thinking like full-time played because I mean
I
shit.
probably have a disgusting number or like number of hours. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's like 3 years though, 4 years of just pure like actual playing RuneScape time is my like and
In
maybe more.
in your whole life though?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, because
maybe even more.
I'm
Yeah,
just thinking
like
since
just like actual like game. Like wait,
because
actually, does that not make sense? Wait.
no, it does, but
Uh,
like
no, yeah, yeah, no, it would, it would.
I'm at 858 days since 2017. Like I'm talking in the last 7 years, I'm at
Jesus.
858 days.
Well, I am too.
Okay, then
Like, dude,
we're
I
probably
played since release,
yeah.
and like, it was really bad when I played Iron. For the three years I played Iron, it was 8 hours a day, pretty much minimum.
Oh yeah, that was
And
me.
yeah, I mean, even before that, it was like at least during like high school and college. Some college, it was like still like fucking 2, 3 hours a day.
Yeah,
But I
no,
think that also leads into my consistency, why I'm able to like do a lot of stuff pretty easily. It's because I've just been playing for so long. Like
has
I never took a break
ha,
ever, other than EOC. I've never taken a break.
has that fire diminished at all, or did you just put it into speed running? Because some of the time, I don't know. I feel like as you get
It has,
older,
yeah.
it kind of like diminishes.
Of
But
course, I don't fucking play 10 hours a day anymore, and I
yeah,
also only play on stream now.
mm.
Basically, other than Turiel, Turiel is what it is.
How much of
But yeah,
how much like wrist problems do you have with the amount of
I
fucking maneuvers you have to
I
do with
don't. I
an
really
Inferno?
don't, dude. It's gotten so much better. I was getting problems when I was doing like 4 hours of Inferno a day, if not more some days. That was constant 7 way. That was fucking nasty on the arm, bro.
Aren't you
Like that
still
was.
kind of doing that though? I mean, you were.
Uh, I am, but like I'm not doing solely Inferno. I'm giving myself
Mm,
a little bit of like I'm just doing things a little slower now in terms of like between content. I'll take a little longer of a break type beat, like a few
mm.
more minutes. Milk things a little longer, like. But
Okay, well, that's fucking good to hear. Cause yeah, carpal
yeah.
tunnel's no joke.
So the thing is like it's weird. Some days I'll have like really really annoying pain, and then it'll just like only happen after stream. Like sometimes it only happens when I lay down too. It's weird, and I'll just like feel it all of a sudden when I'm like laying in bed. I'm like, what the fuck? It's really annoying, but it hasn't been that prevalent at all in the past like 2 months. Probably the past year in general, though, it was pretty bad overall because I've grinded so fucking hard. But like now that I have sub 40 and like even before I got it, I don't know if you noticed, but I was streaming a little bit less. Just like doing a little bit less because basically the arm problems, yeah.
Mm,
But I've found a sweet spot, and I told Addy about it too because he was having hella problems as well. And
yeah,
it's just like, dude, just don't do more 2 to 3 hours at most a day of Inferno.
yeah.
I don't know how to include fight caves in that because fight caves is kind of brutal as well. It's worse APM wise. So I'm finding a sweet spot, but in terms of Inferno, I've found it to be, between 2 and 3 hours I can happily get away with, and I can play my best, and I can, not fucking throw, and because that also is a factor. It's like, how many runs can you do it with my best play? Because it literally doesn't last forever. I mean, I've noticed that. Like, if I'm like 4 hours deep, 5 hours deep into the stream, like I actually noticed I was starting to play worse, and that was something that I really like, kind of like had a lot of pride off of. Was playing so good ever since I started. That was like, kind of why I started. I was like, holy shit, like I'm definitely way better than the average player.
And it shows in your
I
viewer
still,
counts as well. Like you've been your fucking stream compared to when I started watching, man, like you're consistently pulling hundreds of viewers, like 3, 4, sometimes 500. I'm seeing.
okay, I got rated today by fucking everyone and their mother. I got rated by Addy, Vic, and Dearny today. So yeah, I was literally on fucking 750 at one point, but.
Yeah. Well, even on like
Even
it
without the raids, yeah, my
it did
stream has grown a lot since we last had the podcast. What was my
yeah,
average viewership since it was like 130, I think, 140 when I first
probably.
got partnered. When yeah, and that was like what 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, time flies.
No, I think it's just really cool because it's actually deserved as well. So, I mean, when you're constantly, I mean, it depends on who you are as a viewer. Like, if you enjoy actual competitive RuneScape and you enjoy the speedrunning aspect, like, you have the top content, in my opinion, when
I
it comes to
mean,
that kind of stuff.
it's I didn't really ever expect to be able to turn it into a full-time thing, but yeah, it's fucking great, bro. Like I love my life these days. It's fucking great.
Fucking shout out Twitch ads, bro.
You were partly the why, dude. Yeah, and people are like, okay, like I have to fucking talk about ads. It feels like every day, dude, and I only run 6 minutes an hour. We've got people. I'm not saying names, but dude, eight minutes an hour, like all day, every day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, and they have sometimes less viewers than me. I even see people. I ran into someone with 5 fucking viewers, bro, who has 10K followers. He just 5 viewers, bro, streaming Call of Duty. That's what he does 8 hours a day. But only to 5 to 10 viewers, but he was still running 3 minutes of ads. Like when he got an ad, it was 3 minutes. So that's 8 minutes an hour. I'm like, bro, what? I don't even run nearly that. I mean, you could compare it, but it's not nearly 8 minutes, right? 6 minutes is, I would say, like, I don't know how much you probably run less than me, don't you?
No, I mean,
Do you run six as well? I
I
feel like
switched
six
it
is a
up.
sweet spot.
I switched it up because I actually was running 8 minutes for like 2 months earlier this year because I was like,
I
just
was running
fucking
seven
send it.
for a year, dude, and
Yeah,
it
like
didn't really like.
I'm just gonna send it, but it's because like it actually just pays. So
Yes,
like
I
if
know.
you're
Yeah,
doing
dude.
this full
Like,
time, it's like, dude, the
yeah, dude.
Twitch
Like, it's
revenue pops
and
in.
the thing is people look like. Okay, I was telling my friend this the other day. It's like,
Yeah,
dude, you cannot be. I was telling Jimmy this because I'm like, Jimmy, dude, why did you deactivate your fucking affiliate? And he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He said whatever. Like, yada yada. He was probably having an upset fucking day or whatever. I'm like, dude, like, do you know how many people love your stream? Like, just if you let us resub, it's like,
it it comes down to like it's awkward.
like
Like
he just gets so much money. Like, you get free ad money, you get free sub money, and it's
yeah,
like, why would you? de-affiliate yourself. Like, yeah, dude, it's
No,
just,
it's
and no one cares about the ads, dude. Like, I was telling him, it's like ads in 2024 on Twitch is like peanut butter and jelly. It just you
yeah.
can't be surprised when you see it get an ad on Twitch. I don't even have pre-ads turned on. I was thinking pre-roll ads. Hemis was telling me. I remember when I first got partnered, I was like talking to Hemis a lot back then when he still streamed, and he was telling me like, yeah, I don't turn pre-roll ads on, but nowadays I kind of want to turn them on. I feel like fuck, because you get
Yeah,
them. Like I feel like you just get them every time anyway. He was
yeah.
telling me to leave them off so that people stay initially, but I feel like people are just so used to it now at this point
Yeah.
anyway. Like they're just gonna stay regardless, whether or not they have to sit through a 15, 30-second ad at the beginning.
See, that's the problem with me because I'm always thinking, why even drop down to 3 minutes an hour when
Oh, I
it's
would
almost
never
like
do
it's
that.
almost like stay at 6 or 7 or 8 or
I would
just
never
go to
drop below
nothing,
6.
or like just
I
go
would
to
never.
nothing, because that's how I feel. It's like if you're gonna get ads regardless, there's ads,
Yeah.
so it's either nothing or just send it.
You know
In
what else
my
I've
head,
realized? A
yeah,
lot of just typical streamers, like, the average streamer isn't partnered. So the average streamer has, X amount of viewers. And I'm seeing the average streamer running about 2 minutes of ads.
yeah,
I think it's because, like, I'm seeing them be like, like a lot of these guys are still full time. And even though they're not partnered, and even though they don't average many viewers, a lot of people still want to stream full time. So
yep, yep.
it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not even upset about that either. It's like, I get it, dude.
And the nice
It
thing,
pays. It's like what?
it
It's like
does,
60 to 75% of my revenue. Probably the
yeah.
same for you, isn't it?
I mean, I think I'm a little bit better on subs just because I have so many long-term subs that have been around for like
How
five
many
years and
subs
stuff.
right now? I wait. Okay, dude. Some dude
Yeah.
gifted me a 500 subs.
Fucking Brofa, man. I've seen that
Yeah.
name
What the
everywhere.
fuck? He hasn't. He followed me straight after. Like what? He
Don't
hasn't showed up since.
can't you only gift 100 at a time?
He was gifting 50 at a time.
Jesus
Just,
Christ.
just little, just edging me.
Holy shit, dude.
Let me see. Oh, I have 222 subs right now. Fucking 222 on my chest.
Yeah.
That's
Mine,
usually what I have. Is about 200 to 250. 250.
yeah. It depends. I mean, right now I'm at like
You have more than that?
370 or
Damn,
380. But
bro.
but the thing is like
Yeah, you're
that.
right. My viewers hate me. Fuck, dude.
No, no, no. That's really not the case. I mean, I've also gotten some gifts this month and stuff, but
What is
this
it?
is also something that I just rarely ever talk about. This seems to always be just an uncomfortable topic, just in general, when it comes to streaming, because you are just talking about your livelihood straight up. But
Nah, I don't care about it that much at
I
all.
don't think so either. But
It's
it's
so
like
popular nowadays to stream as a living, so it's just new tech basically.
it's just like the biggest thing is really consistency. And I mean, I'm trying to get back into that because I had a full fucking year where I was just, I mean, even
Oh,
like a year
dude,
and a half where I
you
just wasn't
were
streaming.
wait, what? Weren't streaming.
Weren't streaming like from
Whoa,
from
wait.
20
Yeah, no, I remember that
from
now. I
from
remember
end
that.
of 2022 all the way into
Yeah, I
2023 into this earlier this year. I've been so inconsistent.
yeah. I mean, can't really blame you that much. It just depends on your goals and how much you're enjoying the game, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, there's a lot that went into that, but when you see that, it's if you do that long term, because I was very, very consistent from the get go, and so people could reliably resub to me and feel like they're getting their money's worth. As soon as you start
Yeah.
showing your audience, like, oh, hey, I'm only here part time or just like barely streaming, people are gonna not
Yeah.
renew. Like, why would they renew their subs? So,
Yeah, my sub count nowadays, like how much money I make nowadays, is way more than it was the first year of streaming. But
yeah,
even when I was partnered, those first like few months, I was starting to make more money, obviously. Like, but it just still doesn't compare like to what I get now.
yeah. Did you get offered a kick contract?
I did, but I didn't take it because they lowballed the fuck out of me initially. I think it was because I actually reached out to them just because I was so
Ah,
curious.
yeah,
It was right when all those guys got partnered or signed, and I
yeah.
was like, "What the fuck?" I was already partnered on Kick anyway. So I was like, "Huh." I got partnered from the PVM tourney. I don't know if you recall
Mm,
that. It was like from a year and a half ago when TOA was released around that time.
okay, yeah.
But yeah, they offered me. They offered me. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. They offered me 25 an hour for 200 hours a month, and I was like, "There's no way you're paying me 25 an hour. Only 25 an hour
Did
to leave Twitch."
did you ask like for
I
more?
did. I asked them for. I think it was. I think I asked for like 55 or something or 50, and then which was like not really out of the ordinary at all for my size of a stream and like my audience, etc. And like, especially because they're signing people with fucking, well, I don't want to call anyone out, but I mean, they fucking signed Fuse, bro. They fucking signed Fuse. It's like, dude, and they're paying Fuse probably that.
Nah, I don't think the
Okay, maybe not, but like, dude,
the people
they offered Addy 75 an hour, and he declined it. I'm like, Addy, you're kind of crazy for declining that, bro. You could 2 month that and make like a lot of money, and just come back to Twitch. But he was like, I think that was the release of something. Can't remember what it was the release of, but he was convinced that he would blow up. He did, and he probably ended up making at least, I would say, 10 to 20,000 within that like 2 weeks period of whatever the fuck it was. What was it? It was like TOA or something. It wasn't TOA. It was more recent. What was it? Oh, it was Coliseum.
Mm.
I think it was Colosseum. I'm thinking of. I believe that was the time that all these kick contracts. It
Yeah,
it
yeah,
seems
yeah.
like it was
That's
sooner
when
than
they're
that,
coming
but
out.
pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's tough
And
because
that's pretty much what they gave Gnome as well.
yeah, no
Like, he was getting
monkey,
like 75 an hour. And I'm
no
like,
monkey
dude, if
was
he's
making
getting
fucking bank.
75 an hour, like, dude, I want to get like, I'll take 50 an hour, bro. Like, I know I'm not quite as big as Gnome, so it makes sense, but you know.
Yeah, no monkey fucking hustled. He
Dude,
went
no
hard.
monkey is. The
He
guy's
went
on
hard.
like 1K viewers these days. What is going on, man? Like, I wake up and it's like he's on 1K viewers.
Dude, the
Like,
thing is, like,
what?
no monkey really does have it going on. Now,
Jesus,
the
man.
the reason is because he's actually a quality fucking entertainer. He's there all the time.
Yeah.
He's really passionate about what he talks about, so he's kind of, a little bit divisive. Like some people won't like him because he just gets really into it, but a lot of people love that. I fucking love No Monkey to death. He's actually on my hardcore team coming up, making a hardcore group Ironman with him, and
Really?
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Oh
he's
my
doing
god, I
it.
didn't know about
He's
that.
turning Ironman, dude.
Fuck.
So
Yeah, I mean, he's
but he's
it was similar.
he's quality content. That's why people watch
Yeah.
him, and he's just like, and he's got a huge
I
YouTube
mean,
audience too.
fuck, dude. I watched him for a solid, felt like at least about 7 months straight, like every day.
Yeah,
At least, probably more. The only reason I stopped watching him is because he doesn't fucking pot Inferno anymore. It's like, bruh. Like, I don't even care. You don't have to pot Inferno every day. Like, I don't even care if you pot it once a week, but at least pot it once, in a blue moon.
what's his
I
PB?
don't know why he just completely avoids it these days. I think it's because he claims Turiel is so bad, but at the end of the day, dude, it's fucking 20 minutes you could do to have a killer stream. That's like, look what I'm doing, man. It's fucking sometimes 2-3 hours of what he calls homework a day just so I have a killer stream. Like, come on, man. I don't mean to hassle him over that, but like, dude, I really wish he'd run more Inferno. Like, that is just criminal that he's completely given up on it. I think it's too hard for him plus the Turiel. It's a bad combo. He just said, I'm not the Inferno guy. I'm like, dude, you could be them. Like, you don't have to be the Inferno guy. Not everyone's going to be the Inferno guy. I wouldn't even call myself that. I just pot Inferno. Just pot Inferno, dude. I'm not going to say everyone pots, but, we've got a community of speedrunners.
I think it's just there is a
Fucking
limit.
sad times that he's fucking pieced on us, bro. To just do Dolo
Nah.
TOA
It makes
until the day he dies.
it,
Sad, bro.
TOA
I
is
mean,
not that fun to watch, but the
he
average
knows I
viewer, they
really
love
want him to
TOA because
probably.
they do TOA. So if you do TOA, you love TOA. If you do
Like, that's
TOA, you
not.
love watching TOA. That's what it
It's
is.
not me. Like, I really like Gnome too. Like, he's one of my better friends as well. It's just like, it's not me bashing him. I just fucking God, dude. Like, can't even. I just can't watch the TOA anymore, bro. I just can't. Oh my God.
I think
It's like nightmare. How do you like? Dude. I couldn't imagine, bro. Like waking up every day wanting to do that. Like, I know he's making fucking probably killer money. So
yeah.
dude. But I mean, everyone memes him about it, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just the more higher levels that meme about it because ultimately, as I said, there's a lot of
It's
normal
like,
people that do
I think it's
TOA.
more than just the higher levels.
No,
But
no, 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 no.
yeah, I feel
No,
you.
no, no. I think you're jaded. I think
Really, you could be right. I guess.
think about it. He has got 1,000 viewers. 900 of them are just
Well,
average people that are
I think a
watching
lot of
and
it
do
is just for
TOA.
like. I mean, he doesn't only do TOA. He does right. What else does he do? He kind of does
Next, he does a
everything.
lot of next lately as well.
Yeah, he does next. I like how you say that. Like, fuck me, it's just next, bro. We meme him about that too. Like, that's all he pots now, bro. It's
Yeah.
fucking money making. Like, what? How much money do you need, No Monkey?
Nah,
Like Pots and
I
Inferno,
think in
dude.
his eyes as well, the Inferno, there just hits a certain limit where like in order in order to have fun, I think in their eyes, like when I think of Adicon, when I think of No Monkey, like they want to be the like most people, if you're competitive at this game, you want to be like among the best. And if you realize, oh, I'm doing this, and you start understanding like this is actually going to take
Yeah.
a year or two to really get to that very, very high like level.
Dude,
It's
it doesn't, it just, with Inferno and me, it's like, it's never been like that. It's always been like, for one, I've always felt like I've been at the top of the game pretty much since I started. It didn't take me long to reach there. So it's like, to me, I do have jaded vision with this one, at least, yeah, I guess. But,
yeah. I just think
like,
I
it's not
think
that bad, dude. Like, just fucking, just please.
but
Like,
but
voice
you've
to
even
everyone.
you've even
Not just No
admitted it.
Monkey, not just Addy, not just, I just want everyone to start.
But you've even
Like,
admitted
at
it. You're
least
saying
try.
the meta of the Inferno is like way different now because you actually
It
just have to
is.
take unbelievable risks and you're not even completing runs.
That doesn't mean that everyone has to take my setup. Like I said, I'm gonna fucking go for a sub 40 with 5-way. I'll be able to take like 3 brews. So just we'll negate the 3 brew thing and just assume I had no brews. But
Yeah.
like, you don't need fucking 7-way, and I feel like almost anyone can 5-way. Like 5-way isn't that bad.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe 5-way is a little tricky, but I mean 4-way, maybe everyone can 4-way, right? Like, or 4 to 5-way, I would say is pretty comfortable for someone who's speed running, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I watch Kirby fucking do Inferno Speedies and like, ah, man, it's just rough. Not just him, but like a lot of people, dude. A lot of people. Very rough. There's
Cuz
just
it's
so much
hard,
to work
dude.
on.
That shit is fucking like doing actual proficient infernal speeds is
But to me, it's
unbelievable.
always felt like, and this is the way I've always kind of looked at RuneScape,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm trying to just lose as minimal ticks as possible. It's really the end goal. Play
Yeah.
as if like finish the run with as little ticks lost as possible and doing the best solves, right? I guess for Inferno. But it's the same with CM too. Like if I'm doing CM, I'm just trying to do the whole run without any ticks lost, ideally, right? That
Yeah.
obviously doesn't fucking happen, but
Yeah, it's just much harder
that's the
because you're
mindset, dude. So it's always been so like just easy in a way.
yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe I just
how
like
many
I just
hours have you put
see.
in into the Inferno, do you think?
I mean, but it's not just Inferno. It's like, you know what I mean. Like I can do other things too.
Yeah. Do you
It's just the
think
way I like identify ticks. It's different to other people. I feel like it's the same with the other Inferno speedrunners. Like I see it in Mean, Measy, like other top runners. They have that like identification. You know, they have that feel for the game, that flow state, where you can just like seemingly never really lose a tick unless something's too far or something like that. You know,
yeah. Do you not think that Molgoat has that?
we know
I to,
Molgo doesn't have that
to
right
be fair,
now.
I haven't watched his Infernal speeds. I'm
It's
only ever watching
He's
his
pacing. He's pacing basically right now for sub 45, sub 46, sub 47, around there.
mm,
In that ballpark. I haven't seen him go quicker than around sub 45. Maybe he's had some runs. I've seen him maybe get like 113.40 mage or no. It was a 14.40 mage. Yeah, yikes. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, dude. Like I don't get it. Like Kirby plays every day too. Like to me, it's like
Kirby's
I've
not
only
a speed. I mean, he's
He
actually
is a speed.
he's.
You
I know
almost
he's
called
a
it.
speedrunner in a different
Oh
sense. He's a
my
speedrunner.
god,
He's a speedrunner when it
dude,
comes to like
Singer,
sub
I am
five
going to
minute.
fucking quote you on that till the day we die.
No, he's a proficient
Yes.
speedrunner at things that are under 5 minutes.
What does that mean?
As
He's
in, he
fucking
goes for
Muspa
Zolra.
enthusiast.
He goes for Zolra PB, and he goes for Hespori PB, and he goes for Grotesque
Uh,
Guardians PB. That's not speed. I mean, that is speed running, but that's a
he's
different.
just
That's
yeah.
not
Maybe you're
Inferno
right.
speed running.
Yeah, I mean those
He's
things aren't.
mechanical. He's mechanical. Like he's a
Really
brainiac at the
he's
game,
really
and
good at what he does.
yeah,
So
he's
like,
amazing at what he does. But he's not gonna get to a sub 40 stuff just like everybody else, basically. Like he's
no, that doesn't. I mean, there's many brackets. There's not just sub 40 and beyond. There's sub 50, sub 49, 8, 7, right? Like you don't just progress that fast. You're gonna
yeah,
probably progress like once you hit sub 50, it's probably like 1 or 2 minutes at a time.
yeah. I don't know, but
A lot of brackets.
it's just there's so much more going on with the amount of fucking clicks and the amount of just like I don't know. You got to solve things instantaneously. With the way Mole Goat plays the game, he
Yeah,
has meticulously solved things prior.
he
He's
has.
written it all out. He knows what he's doing, and that's how he's good.
People like Kirby have potential to improve and do much better. I don't think they really have potential to ever wreck, but it's like it shouldn't matter to a lot of people, right? Like you can just go as fast as you can, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Kirby could potentially sub 42, right? Like or give or take a minute, something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like just has to work on that.
So, do you think you're ever gonna speedrun Coliseum?
A part of me wants to, but it's like, God, man, it's like a part of me wants to, dive into other content, but I play the game for fun at the end of the day. And like, if I'm still having fun with what I'm doing, and if I don't really feel like I want to, just Coliseum sucks cock, man. Like fucking Coliseum sucks, bro.
Why does it
I was,
suck? Explain it.
you tell me. I'm sure you probably agree. Who doesn't, dude?
Well, one of
It's
the
miserable. It's
well,
fucking miserable. It's RNG spawns beyond RNG spawns that kill you just like no matter what sometimes. Ask Tyranny, rank one fucking Coliseum. I talk to about it like pretty often.
I think
But
one
dude,
of
it's just he'll be the first to admit like Coliseum speeds are ass. Like maybe it's something I could tolerate because my mentality is so fucking, like it's just built diffy in terms of speed runnings. I can endure a lot before I give up, but like even that, aside from that, it's just not fun, dude. Like I never really had that much fun with Coliseum. To me, and then with the boss, it just felt like a fucking memory game. It's like, dude, I'll just memorize this last attack. Woohoo! Like
I
so
lo-
much fun.
I love the soul fight actually. I think it's really
Well,
fun.
it is pretty satisfying. I would agree. Like the
Yeah.
soul fight is engaging and it's fun, but it's not like it's not Ulm, dude.
Yeah.
And
No, that's fair.
it's not Zuck. It's definitely not as good as Ulm. Like and just oh, dude, to me it is a memory game. To be fair, like if it
It
wasn't for
is. It
that, if
is.
it was different, if you could like move around differently, not have to solely just fucking try. Like you can't even fucking look at chat, dude. You're just trying to remember what his fucking last attack was. Like that's just not even fun.
I
And
mean,
like
it's
if you're
short
doing a
enough.
speed
It's
run,
not 10-minute Olm. So
yeah, but I mean, I personally,
yeah.
I hate to ignore my chat. It makes me feel like shit. That's probably why I lose so many ticks. Fucking reading chat, dude.
I think the thing and I'm not a speedrunner. I haven't actually done Coliseum since week of release, but
No one likes Coliseum, bro. I'm
com-
sorry. I'm sorry, bro. No one likes Coliseum. Even Ink, even fucking all the top dogs, dude. I even Addy, the biggest fucking uh advocate of Coliseum pre-release, dude. Everyone agrees it's dog shit. It's just not fun, dude. It feels forced when you
I,
do it. It doesn't. It's just a very boring brown sand room with nothing around you except fucking empty room. Like no, dude.
I just
No.
think the main part that's annoying is how much HP those monsters have. I mean, you're just scything something for like 45 seconds straight. Sometimes it feels
And
like
that's the other thing. Like the NPCs, like the way the fights like play out, it feels pretty fucking AFK
it's because everything's
compared to
five
like
tick too,
Inferno
and
and like
you're using a 5 tick weapon, so it feels more like basic as
look,
well.
I've said this before. If they just removed the stupid invocations and half the HP, man, oh, I'd be all over it. Those invocations are just a terrible idea.
Mm.
I think personally they're a terrible idea. You could just nerf the money an hour, et cetera, to compensate. But like, dude, the invos are just it just makes it miserable. They're
It's
less miserable than they used to be, but like, bro, like we're not here to deal with annoying invocations again after TOA. Like, you guys,
It seems like they're
like, I
not
can't
going to go
believe.
down that route anymore, based on what I
Oh,
did, what I
believe
talked
they did
with
it,
Mod
dude.
Kieran. I don't think they're going to do it again.
Did you have him on the cast?
Yeah, and
Damn.
we talked exactly about invocations, and he was actually kind of the one that brought it up. He's like, "Yeah, these things just don't ever really work out as well
So
as we
they,
want it
what,
to."
what does Jagex think? How much do you know about it? What their perspective of it is? Because like in terms of like the replayability, it ain't there.
Yeah, I mean they like where Coliseum is for the most
They
part, but
tried.
they understand it's not the Inferno, and they understand that high level players that want that really high level Inferno type stuff, they can't be adding invocations to it. It's got to be more smooth, like going.
Yeah, that's also like it's like I asked his. I'm like, dude, you could probably like the guy's so talented, he could probably wreck anything. I'm like, why didn't you get into Coliseum? He just doesn't think it's interesting. He just thinks it's boring. The pause of the waves. There's no flow to it.
Yeah,
It's just that was what he said, but I'm sure there's a little bit more to it other than that. But
yeah.
that's another factor. There's several factors that just suck balls to Coliseum, dude.
The thing
On
I
top of everything, fucking never missing. It just hits you a 60 if you take a fucking like any sort of manticore hit, you're literally dead. So there's no you can't just yeet out into the yard. You're also just playing so safe. It feels like all the time. Oh, there's a manticore. Oh, better pray for my life. Like
yeah, yeah,
there's
that's
a
true.
blob. It's completely different. You can just yeet out into the yard and fucking one tick or two tick. You have this
Good
freedom to
point.
do that. You don't have that freedom with Coliseum. It's like it's just there's it's just yeah. I wanted to like Coliseum, but my God, it is like just I fucking hate the place. It just even the thought of doing it is just frustrates me. And I think a lot of people can relate. When I
So
was getting my first quiver, I almost lost my mind, dude. Like I wasn't using any guides. I had so much fucking. To be fair, I really should have watched some streamers. I would have saved like a whole fucking massive
yeah, it would
amount of
have.
time. But I mean, yeah, just kind of like doing it myself, like with my own gear and shit. It took me like it was really frustrating. It was fucking like 3 days of attempts, two or 3 days of attempts.
Yeah, it's fun because it's quick for me. Like if you're just going for a quiver, you're not speed running it. I thought it was enjoyable. My biggest issue is it's not just you get like Inferno, you just get the Infernal Cape and you're done. Like, oh, I did it. Here it's like, oh, get a quiver, and then if you're an Iron Man, okay, now go get like 50 more quivers so you can upgrade it to your max cape. I'm like,
Is that
come
really what it
on.
is? 50?
Something like that. It's ridiculous. You got to get a lot of
It's
them
not
just to get your
50. What is
splinters.
it? It could be 50. No way
Bro,
they did
you
that. Is it
you
50?
okay, if you were to
It's probably like
just
what, 40, 30?
yeah, maybe 30 or 40. Maybe 40. Well, nah, it's probably like 30. Still though, 30? Like that'd be like getting 30 infernal caves. Like really, dude? Like you're really gonna force me to do that to get my max? Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. I just need to go back there and do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what are there any issues with the Inferno that would make it better? Or is Inferno just perfect?
It's funny, like I thought of that many times before, and I really can't think of anything. The only thing maybe is that you could like lower the max hit of the mini blobs to like instead of I think it's fucking 18, you could put it to 15
Hmm.
or 16. You know, just a slight nerf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes
Because mini
sense.
blob dying to mini blobs feels absolutely miserable, and it happens every day, seemingly. Dude, you saw
Yeah.
my sub 40 grind. Like, how many times did I just fucking have to sit there and die to mini blobs on god pace or a ranger off spawn? Like,
Yeah,
or
it's
my
pretty
blowpipe
bad.
hitting a zero, or my scythe healing me nothing? Like, the infinite times it felt like that's the only frustrating part is like mini blobs. But other than that, bro, like
Do you
ranger off spawn, it is what it is.
this is one thing I wanted to ask because this is something I've thought of. I've never brought it up, but do you think it would be more fun at the Zuck fight when the healers spawn if you could know a tick before where those bombs are going to hit? Like, I think you already kind of can, but it's so fucking visually, like, impossible. Like, if there were
A really
shadows,
hard one to say because that makes it so much infinitely easier to survive.
but do you think that would be good to not have that RNG thing? Because what would really suck is
Um,
you're pacing a sub 38 at some point, and all of a sudden you just die to
I was
that
I
RNG
like
right
the way
there.
it is. I like the way it is.
Okay, that's fair. I
Because otherwise we'd have way more like crazy clears and like it just takes away from the spark of what a crazy run really ends up being. You know, especially in my sub 40
thing
and a
is,
lot of other record runs, right? Like you got to get through the healer skip. All other record runs had to do it.
but in my eyes, I don't see that as any. I mean, there's barely skill to it because you're just guessing where to like
You'd actually be
dodge.
surprised. Addy, I think, is the best at avoiding fucking healers. Like I don't know how he's doing it, but like yeah, I feel like it pretty much is. There's a few caveats to like avoiding it. Like on the corners, Addy advocates to always just like hug corner as much as you can, which is like at most two bow hits, like during the skip.
Yeah.
So like prioritize that if you can. Um, but you can also step back like a couple tiles, which a lot of people think like, oh my god, looks like you're gonna get hit. Like no, you're still technically behind the shield. So that's another way to like kind of avoid it. But the the RNG of the like where they the splats land, I believe it's just like a 3x3 across the whole, you know, the shield, like the
Yeah.
whole arena.
I just feel like it would be cool to actually see shadows that are spawning. So you really could,
Oh
realistically,
wow, that's like really. I've never heard anyone say that actually either. But like that would be probably the single-handed like biggest change in Inferno. I mean, I wouldn't be fussed if they changed it. I'm like, well, it's not gonna say you're gonna
I
fucking.
just
I'm
think
gonna
it would be
fuss over it,
so cool to be. The reason I think it would be so badass is because
yeah,
if
maybe,
if
but
everything
yeah,
were to go really fucking
maybe
wrong,
you're right because you still take damage. There's no way you could like do it perfectly every time, so you'd still be taking damage.
but if there, yeah, no, you're totally right. There would be some situation. Actually, to be fair, if you did see the shadows, I think there would always be a way to be perfect, but it would require you actually stepping out like a fourth tile and running back in and like knowing that you're not going to get hit by Zuck on that tick and like weird shit like that. But I think the beauty of a system like that would be if you were somehow everything went to fucking shit and you're at 20 HP, you could still get the clear. But if you're 20 HP starting healers, no, it's just over. Like you're not. There's absolutely no possible way you're getting this. But with the shadows, if you could see them coming down, you could actually be skilled enough
Have you
to be
brought
able
that
to
up
get
to
it.
anyone? By the way, can you hear my AC?
No, I can't at all.
Maybe you will be when I talk. Hopefully not, though. I'll turn it off if it be. But have
No,
you ever
it's fine.
have
I've
you ever
never
brought
brought.
that up?
This is the first time I've brought it up.
Yeah, that's like potentially maybe one of the only improvements to be made to Inferno. I guess I see your point now. I just like the like you know
The
the heart
gatekeeping.
the hardiness of it,
Yeah,
sure. But I mean, I already said like I wouldn't be opposed to it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. It would be
I
interesting
mean,
to.
I'm not opposed to competition. Never really have been.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Well,
part of what drives me too. Is like having strong competition. You can compare yourself. That's what I've done with like Behiz. Me and Behiz. I feel like we have like really similar skill. He's probably maybe better in my opinion with what he does, but I have like I do more than him.
is he
I have Inferno
fight
up
caves
on him.
world
He's
record?
insane at fight caves. Yeah, he's like the goat at fight caves, but he's also like he's he's able to do Coliseum take perfect like pretty much easily.
Jesus.
So he's
Does
like
he
it's
also hold
CM
that world
fight
record,
caves.
or does somebody else?
Nah, he has it for a year. So
Okay.
he's been completely shafted on CM RNG, and now he's super salty. What
Who's
can you
who's
do?
who's the world record holder of CMs?
It's Sae Bae, which is one of the OGs of solo CM. It's actually who I learned CM from, like
Mm.
watching his Twitch VODs.
How
Yeah,
much?
I plan to go for. I plan to hard grind some CMs again once that fucking Grand Core comes out. I'm
So,
really excited for that, actually.
what is your CM PB and what is the world record?
Mine is still a 24:47, which was world record when I got it, and it lasted like 3 months. But somehow Cheat Hero beat it like with a God Run. As soon as Scythe was buffed, he was grinding and beat it like the week after Scythe buff. My PB is pre-Quiver and pre-Scythe buff, though, which is kind of a flex. And it was
Mm.
first sub 25, so that's also kind of cool.
And what's his record?
The record is 24:10 right now by Seveun, and it's literally god tier, like not beatable. Like that's why I'm not really taking it serious at all. It's just not beatable. Like
So
realistically, it's not beatable. He
so
got like some of the luckiest RNG ever.
yeah, was it like just a one crystal Vasa and
That's
perfect
the
meter
least of the
dial and
RNG, bro. A one crystal boss is the least of the RNG. He got like a fucking sub 5 second floor into a sub 6 third floor into a 7-10 hole. Like
Jesus.
first, I don't know if you're familiar. You're probably not familiar with those splits.
Kind of a little bit. It's been a
So,
minute.
yeah, yeah, but I mean, that's basically like ridiculously so rare to see that, dude.
Like, have you beaten those individual floors on?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
I have Rec second, and
Yeah.
I have a 430 second. Rec was like 459, or on Rec
Wow.
it was 459. So yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, I mean his first floor was pretty dog shit. It was like 6 flat, 559, but it just made up for it afterward. And Rec floor one is like 455 now.
Mm.
I think I have like a 505 or something.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
excited to get back to some CMs.
what they've made so many improvements to chambers, but do you think there's any more improvements they could be making to make that?
Nah, that's a what's that called? a redundant question or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
because you know exactly what I'm about to say regarding Mudadile.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Everyone loves Mudadile. Let's just leave it at that. No, I mean, it surprises me that fucking Jagex hasn't changed Mudadile further to make the ZGS more accurate, at least. This is, like, fucking ridiculous.
what if
It's
ZGS
literally the
guaranteed
worst.
freeze?
Some people claim it's the worst solo CM meta in existence that we've ever had to fucking deal with just because it's ZGS meta.
Do you
And
think
all they have to do is make it more accurate. It doesn't have to be 100%. It just has to be not 50-50, guys. Come on now, let's get it together.
why not
All
just
right, all right, let's fucking get it together. Like, what?
would it
Well,
be better?
who thought that was a good idea, dude? Like, no, literally, who thought that was a good idea? Like, you literally just clowned yourself so hard. Whoever is never going to admit to that, by the way. Whatever dev did that, they'll never admit to it, I guarantee you. They're just going to get clowned for eternity. Dude, literally, what? Like, no, everyone agrees with me about this, that Mudadile needs to have, like, less slash defense. Or they need to just change the fucking accuracy of ZGS in itself. Like, whatever they need to do, it has to be changed, bro. Like, this is absurd.
What
It
if it
literally deters all the top runners from running.
what if it was just 100% accurate, 100% freeze? So it could still miss, it could still hit a zero, but it's 100%
That's
freeze.
plenty fine, bro. My
Okay.
God, I haven't even thought of that one. That fucking works. That works great, dude.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
could even make it like a 90%, just so like there's a 10% chance you fucking hate yourself, right? Like, but dude, imagine missing like on like a 10% chance on like a god entry.
Yeah.
Man.
God.
But like, yeah, if they just make it 100% freeze rate, like, yeah, Colosseum becomes like the best speedrun ever. One of them
Damn.
doesn't top Inferno, but it's a great run.
Are there any other annoyances that you wish could be cleaned up in CMs? Just like throughout the whole, like, is there anything in particular that you always think of? Like, this sucks, this part
The
sucks?
thing about CM is it's been around for so long, it really is dialed in. Like,
Mm.
it probably could be dialed in a little further, right? I'm sure there's some way, but done so many. I probably have a good enough opinion at this point to say that it's fine as is, besides
Okay.
meta. Although I'm not totally certain about team scales, so but from the looks of it, it looks pretty fucking juiced, and teams like chilling.
Yeah. Have you ever done Fasani's Nightmare?
What do you? Oh, Fasani's?
Yeah.
Oh god, I immediately just
Not
thought of
normal Nightmare. Yeah, not normal. I know you did a lot of that. Didn't you do 1+1s too?
Yeah, I did like it was 40 days of 8 hours a day of 1+1 to finish.
Just actual cancer.
Well, dude, that was me. That's how much I love to CM, bro. I needed to have full ink on and the mace on my iron for
Yep.
speedies.
Yep.
Oh, I just needed it, and the thought just aroused me, genuinely. Like, I'm not even kidding you, bro. Just I was like thinking back then, I was like, oh, dude, like full ink and a mace on an iron. And like back then, it was all so fucking rare.
It was stupid. It was
Like seeing you and Lake go
Oh,
4K
yeah.
for the mace, I'm like, dude, if I finesse this shit like in 40 days, which I did, it just felt so good. Got
That
all
is
of it in
dope.
40 days of just
God.
sweating my balls off, smoking more weed than I probably ever have in my life.
Yeah, I was there for 9 fucking months. I got multiple full Inquisitor sets.
I was there for 1 month.
Yeah, God.
That's crazy, the difference.
I mean, you did do 1+1s as well. I was kind of like mostly solos. I think I
Yeah, I
had.
remember you did with someone +1, didn't you? You
Yeah,
did like some.
it
What
was like
happened?
it was like a couple hundred like max because
I remember you being like a bit salty that you couldn't do more too. I feel like.
I mean the thing is like
Oh, you had to have been. Let's be honest.
the thing is you got to
Same with
remember
Corp. Jesus, I was salty about that.
at that
I had to get
time
fucking 3K for an Ellie.
at that
Okay.
time it was weird because like I was the one advocating for get rid of this bullshit alting Iron Man stuff. Like
Oh yeah, no, you were, but
So-
at the
so-
same time, you were saying buff rates, so it made sense.
yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I don't want to feel obligated to have 2 Iron Man alts to go kill Corp and have another alt that is required to do Nightmare to save hundreds of hours. I mean, it's literal hundreds of hours. I hated that shit. So me doing it on stream was just not a good look. So for me, it was very, very rare that I'd
Dude, you
have.
had a lot of viewers back then. I swear to God, you had fucking 200-300 viewers back then, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I mean when you're
That was like the
grinding,
peak of your streams, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah, it was awful
I,
mental
I
health
was
wise.
there too, bro. Like every day. I love that shit. You'd be surprised. Viewers, as a viewer, as me being one in that same position, I really liked it.
That's cool. That's cool to hear.
Maybe not for everyone, but like, yeah, you were like part of my inspiration. So was Lake at the time. Like, yeah, and so was Travis. Everyone else was
Yeah,
doing it. I
yeah,
remember Travis doing it too.
yep, yep,
He was
yep,
doing 1+1s.
yep. Yeah, those really were the good days. I mean, they were dark days as well for me. I was struggling, dude, to just want to do that. It was fucking awful,
Oh,
but
dude.
I needed that
Oh my
mace,
God, I
man.
felt. I almost wish I could just like relive those moments for just a second, just to see like the pure agony in your face.
Dude,
Oh my God, dude! Just every time it was like 15 bass and not a mace.
dude, the worst part was like by the end of the kill, it's been fucking like 17 minutes straight of just one tick flicking,
Yeah,
phoenix necklaces, bullshit like that. And then you
yeah.
die. And then you die at the end. And you have to go run 3 minutes
Oh,
to reclaim your shit, go bank again, run 3 minutes and restart the kill. It was like I would
see,
want to
yeah.
smash shit. Like
Well,
I would want to kick over my monitor,
bro,
like break
that happened to
things.
me once until I did it once, and I'm like, nope, I'm 1+1ing.
Oh my
Nope,
god,
never
dude.
again.
Dude, it was
I think that's actually what
dreadful.
caused me to want 1+1. It was something like that. As soon as I found out about it, or it was either as soon as I found out about it, or like right
Yeah.
after something like that happened. I was like, I'm never seeing a drop unless I do 1+1.
Yeah, it was bad. I got 10
Or
nightmare
rather,
staves before I got my mace.
rather full ink. God, that's miserable, dude. I bet by like the seventh, eighth, you were like fucking just losing it too.
It was bad. It was bad,
I
dude.
remember that. Oh my God, I remember that. And didn't you have like a bunch at the start as well? Or
Well,
maybe I'm wrong about that,
I
but I
don't
remember
know.
you having a fuck ton.
They just kept coming in. So I had 10 staves and then I mean I had multiple sets of inquisitors, but like it's just like you just think there would just be days where I'm like, dude, this is a 1 in 1200 to get a mace. And this could genuinely go on for 5,000 more kills. Like it actually could. And I remember thinking those thoughts and I'm like, dude, I fucking hate this. Like I hate this so much.
Yeah, well, shout out Fasani's. Shout out the further buff as well.
Yeah,
What's the
literally.
rate these days?
That's a good
Probably
question.
fucking go to these days, isn't it?
I think,
Fucking literally two days of all day, every day, you get a fucking drop, isn't it?
yeah, I mean,
Probably easy.
I'm still one of those
What's the
people that,
rates?
well, so what they buffed it to was Fasani's was a 1 in 167 for a drop, and now it's a 1 in like 115. So, original Nightmare was actually a 1 in 100, but the fight was fucking over twice as long.
1 in 115 to see any drop?
Yeah, it's still horrible.
I was gonna
It's
say, it doesn't sound that great.
it's not great, and
But,
I've made
yeah.
multiple rambles saying buff
Are you
buff this
really
shit to one
further
in,
buff it?
dude.
Oh damn.
I am
1 in what? Let me
I'm
guess. Let me guess. One in before you say it. One in your is probably 1 in 80.
I want it to be 1 in 50.
Oh,
The thing
you're
is,
fucking crazy.
no,
You
I'm
think
not.
Jagex will do that? You're out of your
No, they're
fucking
not gonna
mind.
do it, but I'm advocating for
One in
it. I
50.
I talked to Mod Kieran about it, and he actually, you could hear it in his voice that he actually kind of agrees with it.
What? That you're smoking crack?
No, that he wants it to be more common, but they have to strike this perfect balance as a team of not devaluing people's grinds, and they have to, weigh all these other things of what about the economy, what about this, but ultimately, dude, Nightmare stuff is not that good. It's not that good anymore. Like we got Torva. Like, come on, why does this shit have to be so rare? I don't know. But I'm glad at least they made
I
some
never got
sort
to
of
think about
improvements
that
to it.
place ever again after the fucking 40-day period ran out.
Yeah, it's
I almost wanted to go back for the harm, but at that point I hit the iron. It was like it was too much addiction. It was like playing nonstop, just XP, 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 XP.
yeah. You
Need
gotta
my XP.
you gotta eventually take a step
Fuck,
back.
dude. Such a fucking nerd for XP, bro. I was like sitting in a fucking uh, redwood for like literally 8 hours a day, and then the other 16 hours a day I was fucking PVMing. Like
I'm sitting right
they
here
were like
cooking,
making
bro.
pots, dude. I was pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just as bad. You're still
Yeah.
just as bad. No, you always cook during
No,
your cast, so
it's really not as bad. The thing is
cooking and that type of stuff, it's not bad. But when you start doing like the pot making for
no,
like 5 hours
it's
a day and like the interactive skilling, like that's when it starts to take toll.
now and
You
for
can AFK pretty quickly,
yeah.
and it
The
won't
the,
really
the
make
thing
a
is a lot of people, if they only watch my YouTube content, they're gonna see me as having never changed because every single Sae Bae cast is me doing some sort of skilling activity. That's part of the branding of
oh
the Sae
yeah.
Bae cast at this point. So every time I record these, I'm just doing something AFK because why the fuck not? I'm not like what. It's not like we have a face cam here. So do you want it to just be a black screen and just us talking? Like what the fuck? Like there's got to be something going on. So
Yeah.
I do that but I used to like years back. I used to do this off stream. Like I need to be doing something. I need to be gaining XP. That is not the case at all. Like when I'm not
Not the case
streaming or making a
anymore.
video, I'm logged out and I can freely
Really?
enjoy my free time. Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
good.
I used to have a big addiction to this game, and once you realize that this game is endless, like Iron Man mode is endless, you have to just set limits, and you just got to
Yeah.
understand that the ranks
Yep.
because that was the other thing. People still to this day, by the way, like I'm just gonna call him out, but I rated Joe Watermelon the other day. He's just an Iron Man, just max Iron Man, just pimped out account, but he's just like calling me
I'm not a
Clue.
minister. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
friend of Joe.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, oh, the Clue God's here. I'm like, bro, I'm not the Clue God anymore. Like you could have maybe said
Oh,
on an
no
Iron
way.
Man a
He's
couple.
calling you the clue god. No way. I'm gonna have to call Joe out for that.
But I'm like, dude, I'm so like,
Yeah, well, it's just a meme at this point because you were like the whole Saracnus thing.
yeah. No, and again, like 2 years ago, yeah, you could have maybe said
Just
that,
a
but
friendly little
dude,
meme.
you should see the fucking crazy Iron Man that are going hard as hell these days. Like I fell off. Like I fell off
Real,
big
yeah.
time and compared. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So
You back then, bro. Like that was
I was crazy.
I. It was interesting to say the least, dude. It was interesting. Like you made that 500,000 Saracnus thing seem like it was obtainable. And
Yeah.
it seemed like you had your hands like set on
Yeah.
fucking 25 million red spider eggs.
Yeah. That,
And
that
like
it was
just
fun. It was fun thinking about it. It was fun like imagining and
well, also it's just like we've had new metas come along, right? Like
oh
what's
yeah.
hardly meta
That
nowadays?
I would talk about that all the time too. Even when I was planning that, the thing is, it's such a fun thing to talk about. Like, oh, I'm gonna go kill 500,000 spiders because that's the efficient route. Deep in my mind, I was like, okay, this isn't gonna remain. Like, they're gonna come out. Just some random update is gonna come out that has better clue rates. Like, it's just that's not.
But you probably didn't think that at the time, though. No one did.
I did. I would.
No, you did.
Yes, I
Oh yeah,
did.
you did. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. I remember you talking about them releasing
But I
shit.
would still just put on the act as though I'm gonna go kill
You were
500,000
the only
spiders.
one fucking coping enough to think it too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you and BC Guppy.
It was just something like it was fun playing that way, and then you understand like this is a lot. This is kind of a lot of playing. It's kind of like absurd to think of. I have killed 30,000 spider though, which is a lot, but it's nowhere near.
That's not that much, bro. Only 30K.
Only 30,000 spiders.
You say that like it really isn't that much, dude. How much Inferno have I done?
Yeah.
Only how? Oh, I wish I knew. It'd be so interesting to see how many resets specifically that I've done for sub 40. Well, you could say it's just for sub 40, but just in total because it wasn't possible previously.
The way I saw my account though was just so much like I just really didn't care about other IRL goals. I was really like
Dude,
I wasn't healthy
I've
either back then. Like
I've
I was
reconsidered
physically
making
unhealthy.
an iron like many times now. Like it's
Really? There's no
crossed my
way.
mind so many times. Yeah, like I have that itch to just play the game again and just progress and just thrive. Because I thrive in
Thrive.
whatever I do, bro. Like, dude,
Thrive.
my account was a fucking
It was.
stone. For anyone that knew me, dude, I was just like, it was a joke. My RNG was so good, bro. I had bow, had full
Dude,
torba, like everything so fast, dude.
when you're a full-time creator, you have the luxury of doing that kind of stuff though. Like that's with me,
I
it's
wasn't a full time creator at the time. I was just a loser nerd.
no,
I'm
that's what I'm
still in
saying now. I
fucking high
mean,
school and college.
you now have that luxury though. If you wanted to make an Iron Man, you can do it and stream it, and people would watch it. People would have a fucking
It's
good time watching
true,
it
but
too.
I'm worried my viewer count would drop off.
It will
And
drop a little bit because it's not Inferno speeds, but you can't like care about that.
you're right. I mean, I don't really care about viewer count that much.
You
Hence,
have to make a hardcore though.
I'm streaming Warzone, but
Yeah,
like you know,
you have to make a hardcore though.
well,
That's
the
important.
thing about Warzone is like I'm actually really cracked at Warzone too. So like I'm not just fucking playing a random ad game. Like I'm not just right. Like it's a
Yeah,
game I put years of my life into as well.
you'd
And
make a hardcore,
ideally,
right?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Well, I might at some point. It's just the thing is like, dude, my internet always acts up every, no matter where I am, bro. Once a month on average, probably.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm just eventually gonna DC. If that was not a thing, in a heartbeat, of course, dude. But
you
like,
have to get some sort of like external like thing going on, like a
oh, I
auto
forgot that's a
hookup to
thing.
like your phone's Wi-Fi or your phone's internet or something
I
like
forgot
that.
that's a thing. That is a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's ways to get around it, and there's like the teleport crystal thing as well, where like you can.
God, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, so if you wanted to take it
Damn,
seriously, you could. It's
I
more
forgot.
AIDS, but you can.
Fuck, I forgot about that too. Well, maybe. Damn, you probably want me to do that, don't you? God
I
damn.
don't
And
really
then this
care. I don't really care anyway.
probably
But if you're feeling it,
uh,
dude,
sort of.
you'd pop off. Do you see Lake when Lake makes a hardcore? He's pulling 700 viewers. Like he's pulling
Really?
700 viewers right now.
Yeah,
Just
well, I'm not Lake though. People don't know me for making hardcores. Like I
bro,
don't know how he managed to do that, but like
bro. Listen, if
like
you made a hardcore and you got to TOA, which you're not gonna be super excited about, but if you got to listen, dude,
I
you get to
maybe
hardcore, you can milk chambers. You love chambers. You could literally milk chambers for 500 hours and be pulling 600, 700 viewers. I swear to God.
yeah, that's a fucking reach, but I mean it's
I'm not
possible.
I'm not
That's a
kidding you. That would happen if you were a hardcore. You must be a hardcore.
really?
People love that shit.
Dude,
People
fuck me.
and the thing is, you could if you really love chambers, you could even stream more than
Look
like
at
5
Mutts. You're
hours
not
every
even
day.
wrong, bro. Mutts fucking blew up too.
Yeah,
Like sort of. I don't know if he's still averaging crazy numbers on Twitch. Is he? I
yeah,
remember he was getting some like nasty numbers.
yeah, yeah. Dude, it's just being a
I don't know if he
hardcore,
still is, but
and it's completely safe at chamber, so there's no risk. It's just you just milk it for 500 hours.
yeah, but
Again, it
it's
depends if
like
you
I
want to
love
do it.
Inferno more than anything, bro. Like I
Yeah,
need to pot Inferno like pretty regularly to enjoy the game.
even better then, because you're an Iron Man, so there's gonna be those really bad grinds that you just have to
Like
AFK
yeah,
for.
you can't grind chins as an iron, dude. It's too much. Like I tried it. I no,
No, no,
I
no, no, no.
couldn't.
I'm just saying if you made a hardcore on the side, you're gonna have some really boring grinds to do, and that's when you can pot Inferno and just have your Iron Man bank standing.
Oh well, here's my other concerns.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like it's not easy to maintain that type of like fucking play.
If you're not
So
doing it all the time, you mean like Inferno, or what
yeah,
do you
I'm
mean?
worried like I could drop off
You
like in
would
terms of
a
skill.
little bit.
You would? Well, fuck me. Thanks
Yeah.
for the thanks.
But
Yeah.
you already got your sub 40, so just wait until somebody passes you, and then you can get back into it.
Oh, who's gonna pass me?
Well, that's the thing. So why does it matter if you fall off?
You're right. I mean, we'll see. I kind of do want to make.
I'm only saying this because you're the one that's saying you want to make an Iron
I
Man.
yeah, I said iron, but like I guess there's a big difference, isn't there? I don't know.
If you make a normal
I
Iron, you'll
I
have
did
half
make
the
a hard.
viewers as you would if you had a hardcore
I would
Iron.
say even less.
Probably, yeah. Being a hardcore
Well,
makes a huge difference
why don't
in
you make a
Twitch.
hardcore then? See,
I am. I'm making a hardcore group in 2 weeks.
well, dude, that's a great.
I
Let's be
know,
honest.
but it's
Like
gonna
that
be.
has to be for fucking viewers, no?
Honestly, it's for my own enjoyment as well because I'm one of those players that just hates having to do chores and stuff. But I know it'll be good for me to experience this game, not at
See, yeah,
doing
like
the
it's
same
just
piece
not
of
much
content.
commitment. I think it's just
And
not the same type
it's
of
not
commitment.
commitment because you only have 5 lives, and it can end
Yeah,
at any point. And so I'm not seeing like this as a 2 year
yeah,
commitment all of a sudden.
yeah. No, I feel that it'll be fun. But iron is like long term, obviously. Like you still play your iron. Like I would, like if I almost wish I didn't de-iron, dude, because fuck, dude, what would it be to these? It's just like, but at the same time, like I got so carried away with the XP and like the like just that was
Yeah,
also
you
part of my
needed to.
competitiveness, dude. Like with like Novacy and like you
Novacy's
know.
a Novacy, in my opinion, has the greatest Iron Man right now.
Really?
Yeah.
No way, because the third age, right? With the
No, it's not.
clues.
It's not even just. I mean, if we were just counting
He
third
has
age,
some disgustingly good luck with that, though.
the thing is let me look
He
him up.
has pick and fucking robes, doesn't he?
Um, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
No, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm surprised you don't remember because I'm pretty sure he literally has like the best third age items. Yeah, well, Novacy was partly my inspiration to like improve my iron,
Yeah, Novacy's a fucking beast. He's got. Let me look him up. Search users.
but also just improve at the game too. Because I mean, it's not like Novacy's that good, but he's a little better than most of them.
Yeah. Let me move this up a little bit.
A lot of the guys, 2 built Iron XP, I feel like they're not really that mechanically, maybe not even mechanically is the right word. I don't really even know what that exactly means.
Mechanical is
But,
just like I feel like it's like your brain. Like how
like, so am I like really good mechanically? Like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, I don't know what,
Yeah, you're
I
good.
never
You're good
really,
mechanically, but when I think mechanical, I think
I think of fucking TOA,
Porkazard.
fucking
I
noob
think of
type.
yeah, I think of noob type, Porkazard, that kind of stuff.
That's just so like out of hand, like not really realistic, like day to day type stuff. Like I don't know why they don't fucking do Inferno Speedies. I feel like Inferno Speedies is like how else do you express your skill?
Yeah. Okay. Novacy's iron is rank 2 collection
Like
log for irons.
Fight Caves and Inferno Speedies, and I think Duotab is the thing about it. It's more so memorizing like how to do the run itself. It's not any sort of crazy switching or like reacting. It's just getting the RNG from what it looks like. I've watched Flash do so much, and I've talked with a lot of them about it. They seem to all say it's similar to Solo CM in terms of like skill, kind of. And solo CM isn't really all that difficult, if I'm being honest. It's really fun though. I love it, but it's not the hardest thing. It's really just about staying composed on crazy runs. That's like the most difficult bit by far. And it's probably the same with Duo Top.
Before you de-ironed, were you a clogger at all? Like, did you care about
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Well, I had like 25 pets. Like, I was just mainly it was pets. It wasn't clogging.
Mm.
Initially it probably would have led somewhere around that,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, yeah,
Because
100% I'd like to have that green slot, so I would have. But at the time, my initial goal was just pets, 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 and I had 25 after max. I don't know, remember how many pre-max, but I was grinding at post-max XP and pets. But yeah, that was years ago. That's
yeah,
been a long ass time.
if you hadn't de-ironed, do you think you'd be like a competitive clogger?
No, but I would clog to some extent.
Yeah.
That never really interested me, the competitiveness to it, because when I thought of that, I just immediately remember people like Lynx Titan exist.
Yep.
And microwave lasagna is ready at the 24/7.
Yep. That no, seriously, it's if you want to compete in this game, like actually compete, you have to know life this shit and at the expense of your health and at the expense of your real life and expense of everything, pretty much. It can be addicting. Like if you're in that addicted phase when you're younger and you can just fucking manage it, go for it, I guess. But you're gonna hit a point in your life where you're like, this is endless. It's not. There's no finish line. Like unlike with Link's Titan, where you just hit 200 mil while you're done. Collection log is endless, so it's even worse.
And it's not really the funnest. I mean, Addy tried it. It was pretty crazy. I can't believe Seabit actually managed to convince him to stop clogging within like, it seemed like 20 messages. It was like, wow, Addy's already given up on clogging.
Well,
I don't know
I'm
what his goals are, what he's doing. I think he just does like Slayer in general. It's what from the
well.
looks
The
of it.
thing
He's just
is
doing random Slayer. And
Adicon
it
is
looks fun. I kind of like that shit. That's
Adicon
what I
is
did too.
Adicon's a
But like,
completionist. He's not a clogger. He's a
does he not
completionist.
have like Krill Pet yet? Or is he growing for Krill Pet? Have you like seen him grinding Zammy recently?
I don't know.
So yeah, he just does random PBM. I don't know if he already has the pet at a lot of these places.
You'll admit though that you're a little envious of that kind of style. I think it's just because you. I don't know.
I am, yeah, but I mean, I'm not like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. It's not like envy. It's like I could just do it if I wanted to.
I
It's just
know.
I've done it all already. So like to me, like I play RuneScape for that thrill of a crazy run, bro, and that's what it's been to me for like 2 years,
Have you
at
had?
least, probably three.
Do you like
And like
questing?
it
Do you
takes
like?
so long to get those runs that like it works out anyway long term. Like a lot of people are similar. Like fucking Tensor, Smork, anyone in the fucking speedrun community, all the Tobbers, Flash,
Would
Marsh, all the Inferno speedrunners. Like we've all been there for years now doing the same thing.
yeah? Would
But
you
that's also RuneScape in general.
would you
Kind of
speedrun
doing the same
questing?
thing. No.
Would you speedrun anything like that? Like
Yeah.
just different. I don't know. I'm
Uh,
trying to think of what there even is to speedrun at this point. Like speedrun like a. I don't know.
it would have to be new content, really.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't see the
So it
game
has to be
dying anytime
PVM though. It has to be
soon.
PVM though. You
Yeah,
wouldn't. Okay.
but I am pretty good at PKing if I'm like actually logged in. So
Hmm.
and like trying hard not to die and just
Bro, that's what you need to
like
do.
but
PvP hardcore. Pop off.
PvP.
You would actually pop off, especially if you did it
Why do I
YouTube.
have to pop off? Why can't I just keep doing what I'm doing? Fuck, dude.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
if that's what it is. I mean, if it's
Everyone wants
securing,
me to like, people's like, after step 40, everyone wants me to like do something crazy again. I'm
yeah.
like, dude, like, let me just relax. Like,
Nah,
fuck, I'm
nah,
only
you
human.
gotta do something crazy now.
Like, fuck. Actually, though, I just want to fucking enjoy the moment and move on, really. Just, it is what it is. It's a nice time. It doesn't need to be fucking really anything more than that. People are making it out to be some like lifetime fucking, which it sort of is. Like, it is the biggest speedrun I've done, but, it doesn't mean I'm fucking quitting the game or whatever.
Do you?
Still do speedies. But the
Yeah.
mindset now is just going to be like, at least until we get some more power creep, which, dude, I mean, the fucking +4 slots we're getting through the stamina changes and the prayer renewal is like, I mean, 4 slots, so
Yeah, I didn't.
just that in itself is ZCB and fucking probably a brew and a PNEC at the minimum and then something else. I mean, you can take pegs, but 8-way looks fucking horrendous. I've gotten so good at 7-way too, so I feel like it's not going to change things up. I'll probably get used to it eventually, but God, that just seems just for pegs, which do literally nothing as well.
Well, you don't want him to do anything because as soon as Eternals got changed, everyone freaked the fuck out because it's like you don't want them to have a use because you just want to
Well,
not have to do
in
that extra
CM, it's
switch.
different. You're always doing a fucking 5-tick weapon, basically, so it doesn't matter. Like the 8-way, even a 9-way doesn't matter.
Mm.
Inferno, you're doing a fucking pipe like constantly. So, like an 8-way off a pipe and piety, oh, that is not easy.
I can't actually believe we're getting prayer enhances in the main game, and
It's quite shocking. They're just turning into pre-OC. Like, did you play them?
we're gonna
Oh
get
yeah, that's right. You
overload
didn't.
soon.
That's right. Didn't.
We're
It
gonna
wouldn't surprise
we're
me.
gonna
They
get
love
overloads
the
in like
copy
a
paste
year
shit.
and a half, I think.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's before that. I mean, it could be right around the corner
But
at this point, dude. Jesus.
I don't even care personally. Like I'm okay with that. What
Fuck,
about you?
overloads? Jesus.
I mean,
That
we're
means
gonna.
you could just, like, brew. Like,
I know.
and, like,
No, it'd be kind of fun. I'd
it
be
just means you
actually.
get, like, an extra DPS, too. It's, like, 120 on everything.
Yeah.
That is
What if it was 120?
way,
What if it was 125?
way bigger for range
Oh
than
yeah, dude.
it's, yeah, if you're not aware. If
No,
that's,
it's
or if you
disgusting.
weren't. It would mean basically range would turn into it never, ever, ever misses. Well, it still misses, like on Zuck and shit, but I mean, 120 range would be like. I mean, I like that though. We're all gonna die one day anyway. Fuck it. Let's just see the game evolve, see what happens.
Did you do while Gothic sleeps?
Yeah.
Did you see that last fight where you're like 255
Well,
stats?
let's just say I may have done the
Okay.
quest.
Okay, I see. So
I may
you
have, but
your account's done the quest.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
I may have
at the very
forgotten
end
that
at the very end of
part.
the quest, your stats are all buffed to 255.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, that's cool. I
And
should have done it. I was just being well. I mean, you can probably understand sort of my complacency about it. Is it's like I have to do it on 4 accounts.
yeah, yeah,
It's kind of annoying. At least I had friends to help me with it this time.
yeah, that's
Shout
fair.
out.
But I was just thinking, dude, as soon as you feel that power, that raw power of never missing and just hitting like 200s,
Oh,
it's
is that what it was like?
dude,
Damn.
your range was 255, level 255, not 120, 255. Like it's you
Yeah.
were
Well, what were you doing? Was it like during? Was it like not realistic though, or were
no,
you
it
like
was
typing shit?
you're fighting this thing with like, I don't know, 2000 HP or something. And you're just murdering it. I mean, just melting it like butter. It was the most enjoyable like moment because your
Yeah.
dude's just
Like
on
I
steroids.
enjoy power creep. I'm ready for it whenever. I'm always ready for it. You know, I don't really get fussed over it. I don't care. Like I always liked power creep. It's fun. It re-addicts you to the game, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
re-addicts you. You get re-addicted.
yeah.
Like it's just for like. I mean,
No, it's essential. It
well, I mean,
is.
we're still playing regardless of the time frame, but it's just like those right when it comes out, and if you find it fun, if it's content you find fun, like it's usually really addicting.
No, and it's essential. I'm totally okay with overloads eventually coming into the game. I'm okay
Like
with bank presets
if
coming
we
into
get
the game, dude.
overloads, like that just makes all content different. Like so that's just a huge overhaul to like basic fucking like basically every piece of PVM in the game
Yeah.
that matters. Like Jesus, imagine I can just only imagine what it would do
Well,
to like other
it's
metas like Tob and
I don't know
my
what your
God.
thoughts were on that new prayer book. I was against that because that in my
I
opinion
had
was going
accepted
too
it.
far.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I agree though. Yeah, I had accepted it, but I agree with you that it was just like God, this is just cringe. Like I don't even want to deal with this. Like this is not even like this doesn't even look like you probably know
Yeah,
exactly what I mean.
yes. Like you're gonna be forced to use it, so you just accept it, and then you're like, why do we have to do
Oh
this?
yeah. Oh man, that would have sucked, dude.
Overloads are so much more simple though, because it's just a normal potion that's just your.
The thing about overloads though is it's massive
It
power
is
creep.
massive, but it's simple.
It's
It's not
like
a
the
bunch of different
equivalent.
random prayers now.
It's the equivalent to like oh man, it's like 3 Inferno capes for a lot of things. Like a lot of just like basic melee content, for example, would be like the equivalent DPS of just having basically 3 or 4 extra Inferno capes on some shit like that. Like, bruh,
Uh,
just like
the blowpipe would just go
yeah,
wildly crazy. Tebow would go crazy. Be fun,
yeah, and the range would be fucking absurd. I feel like range would just beat out melee at that point. It
dude.
used to, I think, as well.
Dude, mage
Did it? Fuck, I can't remember.
mage would
I
too
don't really
because the
recall what
shadow.
3OC DPS was like when they actually had it in the game.
If they actually came out with overloads and it boosted your
When
mage,
overloads were in the game, because I remember using overloads. When I used overloads, it was like the fucking rapier and like overloads and prayer renewal. Yeah, I mean that's interesting you bring that up. I guess is like what that inspired from like the renewals because the pre-EOC I think they were released together or maybe in a like near time frame.
I
It
don't
was
know.
right before EOC I think. Yeah, you didn't play, man. Unlucky. That was like the
Yeah.
golden age of
No, that was
RuneScape,
lucky.
like the
That was lucky
concurrent
by me.
600K. You were lucky. You have no idea, bro. I missed that era. Like everyone misses that era. Like
Yeah, and
you
then they
have no
bring it
idea.
back, and we realize how dog shit it was. Like Soul Wars, I'm sorry, that shit. People were like,
Huh?
Soul Wars is the greatest thing of all time, man.
It's
Like
not Soul Wars that
Wild
made up
Gothic
that
Sleep
era.
is so dope, guys. And it's just
It's
like, dude,
not.
your guys' childhood brains are so
You have
deranged.
no idea. You have no
I
idea.
do have an
It's not,
idea.
dude. The
Every
quest
single
was a
thing,
one night fucking stand. Like, and then
every
you forget about it.
every single thing that's come out when you guys were 12 years old is not as great as you remember it. I'm sorry, it's just not. They like
Uh,
it just
you could
isn't.
be right, but I mean, at the same time, the game was literally, like I said, fucking what was it, 500K concurrent, like nonstop.
Was it really? Holy fuck.
Yeah, in '09, it was like peak. It was
Yeah.
like peak, bro. Like laggy as fuck when you logged in, like because it was so fucking populated at GE, dude. Like so, like everywhere you went, there's like it was just like being at a mall, bro. Like wherever you went, there was just like it was so laggy because there's so many people, especially like Edge Bank when people were PKing
Oh
and like
yeah,
in
I've
the
seen
Willy.
videos.
That was a little more '07, but like yeah, '09 was still pretty bad. for lagging. Mainly like GE, Rock Bank, that type of shit.
God. No, it was a time. You know,
I'm telling you, you missed out. Whether or not it's better,
I know
it was still like, oh my god, so
for
funny.
sure. I missed it. I was too addicted to Guitar
That was
Hero at
with
that point.
Turmoil and Rapier. Like it was like a stronger Rapier, bro, or something. I'm pretty sure. Or either that, it was because Overloads and fucking Turmoil existed. But it was like Bandos. It was just, but it was like 65 max hit with the Rapier,
Jesus
66 maybe
Christ.
when you're just slaying. Yeah, like killing fucking like steel dragons and shit like that. Just like 66 like pokes, and then you soul split that. It's like a 20 heal, or like it was like a 15 heal. Yeah,
The good
it
old
was
days.
so fun. I'm totally down for Overloads. It sounds really fun actually.
Yeah, it would be. It would be really fun for Inferno too, I'd imagine.
Oh, dude, like I'd be so down for that. Honestly,
Actually,
you could take brews like 3 brew and just brew on your 15s. Be so nice, dude. So
if the
fucking
overloads
nice.
worked where they decrease 50 health, like that would actually kind of make things a little bit
Oh
complicated.
fuck, I forgot about that.
Would make things a little bit more complicated
I
during
did forget
Inferno.
about that. Damn, but that just means that you would have to bring a little bit of healing, basically.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, that was Soul Split at the time. Oopsie. Yeah, can't bring Soul Split. You have
Buff
no
Blood
idea.
Fury. Buff Blood Fury. Even more now.
Yeah, see, that's something I mean though. Like maybe you don't know what I mean, because like Soul Split itself was like the most power creep. The whatever prayer book it's called, the ancient, not ancient. What the fuck was it called? The
Curses.
curses. Yeah, curses. Yeah, that was biggest piece of power creep ever for RS. It
Yeah.
was like really fun if you could get your hands on the shit. It was expensive to train your prayer back then, like really expensive. A lot of the time you had to just spend your whole bank, like your whole fucking 200 mil to get
Hmm.
95.
You think sailing's gonna be fun?
Oh man, sailing.
I had to bring it up.
You know, I have some faith in it just because Addy has been so like reluctant to fucking say it's gonna be all right and like have your like don't be super negative about it, guys. Like because obviously it's super controversial. It's shocking to me that they actually managed to somehow like swindle the system and pass it. To be fair, like I am not convinced that that was a fair poll. Like there's no fucking way that 3/4 of players want sailing
Well, it was only
when
70%.
ev- okay, yeah, it's like okay, yeah, even less.
Yeah.
It's man,
Were you like a
it's just like,
shamanism,
dude,
Andy? Like, did you want shamanism?
no, this game doesn't need a new skill yet, bro. And if it is a new skill, just fucking bring Dungeoneering. Like, what if they're so like fond of copy pasting shit from RS3? Like, why did they not just do that with Dunge, which is what everyone loves? There was hardly anyone that complained that almost never seen it. Someone say Dungeoneering was bad, and it's something another thing from pre OC like that I experienced, and I guess you didn't. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude,
I
it
actually
was
wonder.
oh, dude, Dunge was so good for speedies too. Like people our age that played RS back then did Dunge speedies. As far as I know, that's what I heard. Like people who were good at the game did Dungeoneering speedies back then.
Damn.
I was like so interested to see like, oh man, like I wonder what that'd be like today for me
I
now that I
wonder.
actually understand the game.
I wonder how dungeoneering would actually be accepted nowadays, and how much of it is purely based off nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I don't recall it being like the funnest thing ever, but it was definitely fun to do a little bit for sure. I
Mm,
definitely remember having some like enjoyment out of it. There's no doubt about it.
mm.
I remember that being part of like the memory. That might be because I botted it overnight too. Like I literally got like just straight up free tokens overnight and got my rapier over like the course of 2 weeks. But
When everyone bought it, I swear everybody I've talked to that played
yeah,
2008, 2009, 2010, they all bought it.
shout out Powerbot, bro. That shit was
Like
good.
fucking everyone just. It's like you're new on the internet. You're still a kid. Like, oh, let's just use Powerbot, or let's use Gary's Hood or whatever it was called.
Yeah, except with Powerbot, you for whatever reason didn't get banned at things like Dungeoneering because it was an instance in Soul Wars, so you could just fucking farm it, bro. Crazy time to be
Funny.
a RuneScape player. Like you have no idea, bro. You could actually get away with botting. I mean, I guess it happens nowadays too, but like I feel like all bots eventually get banned.
I don't know about that.
Really? Is that not a thing?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, they last a long time though. So
Yeah, some bots do, yeah, but I feel like that's what I mean. Like eventually, don't they always
yeah,
get
that's
banned?
true.
Like eventually, even if it
It
lasts like a year or two.
maybe. I'm actually really not that aware. I think I'd be more aware if I played a main account and I actually cared about like the economy and shit. But playing an Iron Man, I'm not around the places where there's so many bots.
Do you ever consider playing a main and like trying out speedies? I feel like it's pretty
No.
niche.
No, I haven't. I remember like Cbet hounds me all the time. He's like, dude, when are you gonna do Inferno
He's
Speedies?
memeing. He tells even all the
Oh
women
yeah.
he stalks on Twitch to fucking pot speedies.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
I'm just not
No,
interested.
I mean some people. I mean for sure. It's not like some sort of like fucking. You know, it's not.
I do wonder though if I'd be interested
But it
in.
is really, 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 really. Oh, it's so fucking like the best thing ever when you get a nice PB, dude. Even when you're starting, man. I see
I
people get shit like sub 16 chambers and they're like so stoked on it for the whole night, and that's just like makes their
see.
night.
I never really cared about that. Even when I was really addicted, and I was
Yeah, it's
actually,
just not your thing, then.
I would yeah, I'd go for like a solos, like a chamber solo speedy. Somebody would
It's
actually give me a
only
nice layout, and I never actually enjoyed that. It would make me anxious.
really
Yeah, it'd make me anxious, man.
weird. Weird.
I think it's because I wasn't actually that proficient at it. That must have been the reason. Because I actually did like when I was grinding Nightmare. I mean, I got like a 1410 Nightmare, which was like almost
I remember
wreck.
that being like better than mine.
Yeah,
I was
no, I
like,
mean
what the fuck?
it's just pure RNG because all you
I was like,
needed.
how does Sae Bae have a better PB than me? That's when I was like
Yeah.
doing my nightmare solos. This
No, I
fucking
mean
Sae Bae guy is
it
crap.
is just not losing ticks. That's all it is, and it's so easy to not lose ticks at
Yeah.
normal Nightmare. You just don't lose a fucking tick, and just you're good. So, and I did have best in slot at the time, so. And I was using Phoenix necklaces, which really helped out. And I was very, very good at
That
using
was
them.
like a little further than I liked going, especially for my 1+1s. I wasn't using Phoenix
Oh, yeah.
necklaces.
Hell no. You should be, yeah, you should not be doing that. But 1410
Yeah,
normal solo was,
uh,
I think the world record at the time was only like a 1403.
I just hated being that low HP too, because you make one mistake and it's like, oh, minus 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're the one telling me like you would. I remember you freaking out on stream too. I feel like when you would die, like smashing your desk. Maybe is that what that one time was? That one fucking
I mean, I've
god.
smashed my desk many times.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Oh,
You're probably thinking of that one clip, day
oh
one
man.
normal nightmare, where I get dashed and I just rage quit stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. That's
So
like the
bad.
greatest. One of the greatest clips of all time, man. I have it in my head right now. You just,
So cursed.
gosh, you just slam down your desk. Just fuck. What did you yell? Do you remember? Well, the clip
I
probably.
yelled, fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you. I'm done. I quit. Yeah, ending.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was bad. Those rage
Good
moments
times,
really are
man.
goated. They're fun looking back on. Fuck. You know what I'm thinking now? It'd be kind of fun to go back and all my. I mean, so many clips of mine have been deleted because I used to have music playing. But it would be kind of fun to just go into all my clips and try to find all the rage moments and make a YouTube compilation. Kind of funny.
Yeah, that would be.
So, what's the plans now? Is it just like CMs? You're still doing Inferno, you said, because you like it, but you don't really have any. I mean, what are you trying to go? Sub 39? Or are you pretty much just content with where you're at?
I mean, like I said, till power creep,
Yeah.
I'm content. Yeah.
Okay.
Till we get power creep, I am actually content with the PB for sure. I mean, it's kind of like it's pretty much just really likely that I'll beat it again, though. Maybe even before power creep. It really is a lot of RNG to me now.
Do you think you'd ever
But
focus on YouTube?
I wish I could, dude.
Why
I
don't you?
It's possible. It's just I don't have the knowledge of how to really like go forth with it, nor do I have like really any sort of like editing software.
Would you like what would you even want like if you had all
And
that
the
going,
thing
what would
is
you
I only
make?
upload like the best of my best. That's what my YouTube is. Initially, it was for. I just wanted to upload like the best of my best fucking like gameplay and runs, man. Whether
Would
that's rec or whether it's a PB, right? Like just you know, really my best gameplay.
if you made an Iron Man, would you make a YouTube series?
Probably not.
Hmm.
I prefer to just take it the hardcore route if I was to like do that type of thing, like for viewers or like
Yeah, of
like
course. But
to
then
attract an
if you make a
audience.
series, you pull all those YouTube people into your stream. It's what always happens.
Is that how No Monkey did it?
Dude, if you have a big YouTube, you have a big Twitch. It just happens. Do you see when Settled goes live? Do you see when
No,
Jimmy goes live? They don't even stream on Twitch ever. They go live and they have
really?
1,000 to 2,000 viewers. It's just all from
No
their YouTube.
way.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Why would they not be doing that full time then? They're
Because they
telling me they
don't
don't.
need to. They're fucking millionaires.
Settled as a millionaire?
Oh yes.
How?
Settled is a millionaire. Like he's probably worth like I'm not even kidding to you, like
What?
$2 to $3 million.
How?
Do you see bro?
I didn't know it was like that, bro.
You look at his fucking Patreon alone. He doesn't actually reveal how much he's making, but he's got this like $500 tier and shit. And you know there's some Oilers that are
What?
giving him $500 a month, like 100%. And then you also,
Jesus.
dude, I'm certain if I'm thinking of Settled. Okay, so one of his videos. Let me just go to his channel really quick. I'm honestly going to just explain this to you.
I know, dude. I'm a bit lazy about it. It sucks, dude. I wish I wasn't. I really do,
Bro,
because I have potential to make some shit. Yeah, for sure.
his latest videos have 500,000 to 600,000 views. So
How about you though? What are you making on YouTube these days?
I had a really good year last year from my cast just because it blew up from the algorithm.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember your
I'll
casts weren't getting that many views. It was like sub 10K a lot of the
yeah,
time, right?
yeah,
What is
yeah,
it
and that's
nowadays?
and that's usually what they
Is this
will.
is this cast gonna get views? Like how many views?
Probably a few thousand. I don't know. It just depends on if the algorithm hits or not, and it's
Yeah.
kind of out of my control,
I think our first one had like, I don't know, at least like five, six,
bro.
seven or something. So that's probably, I don't know. I have no idea.
Just
That was
just
a long time ago though.
just look at this. Okay, Settled has every single one of his videos has like 500,000 views. That alone is making him like $2,500 just from ad revenue a video, and then he's always got a sponsorship, and those sponsorships pay 5x that. So every video he's making like 15 grand.
Fuck, I didn't realize about the sponsors. Is it really every video?
Yes, he
God
gets a sponsorship every.
damn.
He's actually making like unironically 15 grand a video.
Oh my God, dude.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a gig, man.
and then on
Fuck,
top of
so
that, he's got running sponsorships. He's got the
fuck, man.
Patreon going. He's got all his
It
other
was.
old
It's
videos
never been
running,
about the money for me
and
though,
his
dude. I've just
merch,
like,
and his
oh
merch, dude.
Jesus,
Everyone has his merch. He's probably making 10 grand a month from merch, like easy.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, settled is settled. That's
it's
a
true.
series. Well, that'll be very hard to fucking match, to say the least.
No, it
Um,
is. It's not
but I
achievable,
mean,
but
it would
it's,
be cool to do some sort of YouTube series.
yeah.
As of now, though, I don't really have any plans for it,
Mm.
other than just uploading, my regular PBs, maybe some, occasional fucking Warzone PRs, some nasty high kill games.
Well, shit, man. I hope it goes well. I mean, I hope. I mean, you're obviously killing it on Twitch. It's really cool what you've accomplished. I mean, the sub 40 Inferno, just your consistency as well. It really shows. So I'm wishing you the very best in the content creation space.
Yeah,
But I
thank you,
really do
bro.
feel like you
Appreciate that.
have. I feel like your ceiling's much higher if you start doing other
Yeah,
things. I
I
think you have
I
the
appreciate you
potential.
saying that. I really do, because I could see it too. With what I do grind, I usually excel like a lot. So
Yeah,
if I
go for it,
maybe,
man.
yeah,
Go for what you think would be good, and
appreciate that.
don't worry about the risks either, because you got to take the risks. That's one of the traps that most content creators, including myself, fall into. It's just like never pushing. As soon as you find something that's kind of comfortable, you don't move out of it. And it's you got to take those risks sometimes.
Yeah, feel you there.
All right, Scotty, I'm gonna ask you for a few shout outs before we wrap up. Do you have any people in mind?
Yeah, I guess sure. I'll shout out Addy for well, he's doing my sub 40 commentary today, I think, on the Chronicles thingy. So I mean, I'm really excited to see that. Who else? Fuck, I'll shout out some of the boys, I guess. Fucking Tate, Jimmy, um I don't know, dude. I don't have anyone ready to shout out. I forgot you do that, man. You should have warned me.
Nope,
I
no
would have given
warning.
some great shout
No
outs, dude.
warning. No warning, bro.
Yeah, no one off the top of the head, but
They
other than
know who
those
they
people,
are. You
yeah, all the homies
yeah.
who, all my regulars and just too many, dude. I can't
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like this, there's too many people, bro. You gotta give me time for that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, Scotty,
But yeah, dude, appreciate you. Yeah,
I appreciate your time. For those listening, down in the description, I'm gonna have Scotty's links. Go check him out. Really high quality entertainment streamer. Great music as well if you're into live streams. So go drop him a follow on Twitch. I'll have your YouTube linked as well. You don't have a Twitter still, right?
oh no, he's brought up Twitter.
Yeah.
God, man, Addy was hounding me for that this
Yeah.
last week, trying to get me to make one.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to
As a,
use it. You just post.
uh,
You just
well,
post your things and like you just post your runs and that's
dude,
it.
it just seems like a bit of a drama platform, in my
It
opinion.
is.
But
It is. That's why
it,
you don't associate with it. You don't follow anybody. You
okay,
just use
yeah,
it
you're right.
as you just use it
Maybe I
as
should
an
make a Twitter.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll have all those links. So whatever else you'd
alrighty, bud.
want afterward. And thank you all for listening. If you guys want to support the cast, there's a Patreon link and a YouTube membership link. And yeah, that's it for me. Any last words, Scotty?
That is it, bro. Yeah, thank you for having me on, man. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. All right, take it easy, guys. Peace.